Regina became a city in 1903, Saskatchewan a province in 1905, and in 1906, Regina became its capital. And he'll win 2 out of the gate. McEwen. The home team is riding high at Brandt Center. 2 games, 2 wins for Mike McEwen. Last night, Saskatchewan slipped past the defending champions. Championships, Kevin Cowie. He is one of the best in Brier history. This season, the 4-time champ Kevin Cowie has tweaked his lineup. Will a mix of young guns and a savvy veteran bring success in Regina? Drop 5, the Montana's Brier continues. From Mosaic Stadium, a CFL season will begin on June the 6th. First home opener for the Rough Riders will be the 23rd of June against Hamilton as we come across to Brandt Center, our home for this year, Montana Brier. And today was all about Pool A as we play the first of a 3-draw day. And from Northern Ontario, the Fort William, Trevor Bonneau in 10 against Newfoundland and Labrador. Hey, this Bonneau knows how to win as he picks up a second straight.
Yes!
Here are all the scores from this morning's draw. Botcher wins, got a couple of 3s to beat Yukon in their opener. It was a win by Carruthers on a measure in an extra, and Dunstone by 3 over BC. So top of the table in Pool A, you've got Botcher, Carruthers, and Bonneau. While we'll focus today on Pool B, and we'll look at the leaders, Saskatchewan. And on this Sunday afternoon, we do say hello, Canada. Welcome back. Our continuing coverage. The Montana's Brier. Joe's here. Russ is here. We'll hear from Kathy momentarily. So Saskatchewan against Alberta. And Mike McEwen makes the move now from Manitoba to Ontario, now to here. Says he's as happy as he's ever been in the game. To paraphrase, a happy skip, a happy team.
It's the green and white. That's what it is, Vic. It's all about the riders. Magic Mike, he's back. I don't know whether it's the colors, what it is, the crowd. He's making everything. And we Joanne talked about it on the way over. He's seeing it. He's getting the broom in the right spot. He's got that confidence. Some of the other skips don't. That's the difference.
As for Kevin Cowie, he's been so far, and maybe he just needs a little help from his friends on the team.
Yeah, there's just been moments where he hasn't been seeing it, not quite sure about the line, not quite sure about the weight. When that happens to your skipper, you need the other 3 on the team to weigh in, to step up, and to support him. He needs more from his team today.
So Cowie trying to hand Mike McEwen a first loss. That is our feature on this Sunday afternoon from Regina.
Kevin Cowie's one of the most dynamic players in Canadian history. His ceiling is astronomical, and he has a way of elevating his game in Canadian championships. So, yeah, he can be a one-man wrecking crew.
I think they're playing as well as they have. They'll obviously have the extra energy. They'll be the hometown favorites. They're a really good team, and I think they're getting better. So that'll be a fun game.
The 2024 Montana's Brier is proudly presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. By PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. By New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. And by BKT Tires, growing together.
Well, it's all about Pool B on this Sunday afternoon. Only Tyler Smith from PEI does not play, and in fact, they don't play at all today. With the preview, here's Kathy.
Well, for Brad Gouchou and his team, they did not look to be on the same page last night. You can expect they will come out a much different team, and that could be trouble for Julien Tremblay and his team from Quebec. Jamie Cowie did lose to his big brother last night, but in both of their outings, the team from the north has looked very strong. They'll take on Matthew Manuel from Nova Scotia, still looking for his first win. And on sheet D, Aaron Sluchinski, after a big win on Friday night, sat idle all day yesterday because of the bye. He'll be glad to get back on the ice, and he takes on Shane Latimer and the team from Nunavut.
So it's Saskatchewan against Alberta's Cowie. Time to meet the teams now, brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. Saskatchewan champions hail from the Nutana Curling Club in Saskatoon, skipped by Mike McEwen and backed up by the Marsh brothers, Daniel and Kevin, and Colton Flash at third. Colton will brush and Kevin will hold the brush on the skip stones. Kevin Cooey and his team hail from the Glencoe Club in Calgary, skipped by the 49-year-old Kevin Cooey, and yes, a younger team in front of him with Carrick Martin. Jacques Gauthier is the newcomer this year, and Tyler Tardy at third. Well, Saskatchewan green out, but they will be throwing the red stones. It means that Alberta has won the draw to the button, and quite comfortably, you can see by the numbers. So it will be Alberta's Cooey with the hammer, playing the yellow stones, and to get us underway, the Saskatchewan lead is Daniel Marsh. And we make the point, as we saw last week at the Scotties, all those draws to the button, all those numbers will be added up, and then they'll take the two worst and they'll throw them away. And if need be, a position could be decided on your draws to the button, as we did see with Caitlin Laws winning a 5-team tiebreaker last week to get into the final 3.
Yeah, and as the team, as you're doing your draw for hammer throughout the week, if you have 1 or 2 values early that are far from the pin, it really puts a lot of pressure on you moving forward.
Teams are getting so good at that draw to the button too. You could go like side of the button, and not get hammer. And as you say, you can't have too many really bad ones.
The center goes up and right around. They're trying to come now with Carrick Martin. And they'll get half a stone underneath. Keys to the game now. We will start with Saskatchewan.
Well, ignore the stats. So far, Kevin Cooey's worst shot, if you look through the data, is his out-turn hits. Be very careful what you wish for with his out-turn hits. And in-turns force Tyler, the lefty, to follow with his out-turns.
Clean. Tyler Tardy throwing the third stone, just one of 2 left-handers in the field. Mark Kennedy, the other, playing for Brendan Botcher. Let's take a look now at the keys for Alberta.
Yeah, for the Team Cooey, they need to make sure they're communicating out there, having a little bit of trouble putting the broom in the right spot, reading the speed, need to share all the information, and front-end setup. We saw Mike McEwen and Colton Flash. They were outstanding last night against Canada. Got to try to go after their front end.
Keys to the game are brought to you by Scotties Facial Tissue. Unleash the Scotties. I wonder if Alberta and Cooey may, well, not, I'm just answering my own question, may be a little tentative here, Russ, and in terms of the skip's not feeling it right now, or he's been so-so. Do we just take the pedal off in this first?
You could argue that's the way to do it, but this guy's been around so much, nothing is going to phase Kevin Cooey. It's the old, like, Stephen Curry at the Golden State Warriors. You miss 10 three-pointers in a row. What do? You throw up a three-pointer. He's been in and out of great shot-making droughts, and he'll be around. He's going to play the scoreboard. He's going to play what dictates the end.
Yeah, I think so. And what does this tell you, Joe?
Happy with that first end blank. Anytime you've got hammer, if you can run away with a blank in that first end, you're going to take it. Save a bit of time on the clock.
So here's the newcomer. Jacques Gauthier he replaces Brad Thiessen. Throw. Five rock rule, 10 ends, 38 minutes thinking time, just 1 60-second timeout, which puts us in line with the world curling rules and the Olympic rules, and the no tick rule, of course. Put that on the center line, and you have to wait until the 5th stone to be able to remove it.
You have to go to get this in, I think.
Run it.
Fine, don't worry about that. Just get it in. Let's get it out.
14-8. Ooh, took that straight.
Did that ever run straight? Wow.
My first one was quite heavy, eh?
Keep an eye on it here. It's such a balancing act for the ice crew. You're sanding the rocks. In this case, they profiled around, spun them around to get the edges off. Then you've got to change the pebble. Then you've got to change the water temperature. Then you've got to clip more or less. It's never going to be identical.
No, it's a real art to ice making, and out there it is a living, breathing thing. And I'm thinking about all the snow we now have outside. That might affect air temperatures, humidity, so many factors involved. That's why the teams, the first one to read it and see it often has such an advantage.
So he's playing his former skip, his Colton Flash. You saw that 33% number for hammer efficiency. That is scoring 2 or more with last rock. You'd like to be up in around that 45-50 range.
Control.
18 and 19. There's also a third Canadian championship in there. He's really did dominate the juniors. 17, 18, and 19, Tyler Tardy. But that's where the key is probably going to be, and it's his relationship with Kevin Cooey, and as you say, trying to come out of his shell, really, and speak a little bit more. Cooey even said, you know, last year or the year before, people talked too much, and then he rebuilt his team, and he got 3 Marcel Marceaus. I mean, it became a little too quiet, and now with the addition of Jacques Gauthier, he's looking for a little bit more talk.
Yeah, the hard part I would believe is, you know, there's such an age difference, and Kevin Cooey's like a legend. He's on Mount Rushmore for curling. Do you have the confidence to go, hey, Kevin, you should do this?
A little bit of an age difference in here too now.
Who is Marcel Marceau-Vic? I'm frantically Googling over here.
Right, yeah.
Goodness, it's a quiet end.
What's Googling?
Get up to speed.
Looking it up in your Rolodex.
It's funny though, you talk about the bonds and creating teams, and you know, you got the front end connection, the back end connection, the middle two. There's all these little nuances that take years to build, and often see that with backenders figuring out what each other needs when they're struggling, and especially for Tyler, a self-proclaimed introvert, skipped his whole junior career where you just stand at the other end and you do your thing. So huge adjustment for him, not only in the shot making, the sweeping, but also in that relationship with the skip.
And you're asking him to make that adjustment at the Canadian Men's Curling Championship. You know, it's tough to do.
Normal. Clean. Good normal. Yep.
Also has a couple of world championships, 1 in 10 and 1 in 16. And of course, Olympian in 18.
Sure. Same weight.
But he, like some others, Cooey, Russ, you can speak to this, obviously. You know, when he wanted to, he wasn't ready to go and take 3 real novices. He wanted to rebuild his team, but he wanted some experience. And even at this age, you know, you got 2 25s and a 33 with lots of experience.
Yes.
So that he was willing to do that, but beyond that, I'm not out there. He's past that.
Yes, the same thing happened to me. I was lucky enough to pick up Wayne Madaw, Pete Corner, and not only were they brilliant shot makers, brilliant athletic rushers, but they knew the game so well, and as opposed to spending 3 years trying to teach.
Gauthier, and away it goes. First blank of the event for Cooey. Comes here in the first on a Sunday afternoon in Regina. Our focus on this Sunday afternoon at the Brier is teams in Pool B. Only Tyler Smith from the Crapo Curling Club in Prince Edward Island has the afternoon off, currently at 1-1. Our feature, Saskatchewan, 2 straight wins. Mike McEwen from the Nutana in Saskatoon. Now 1-1, Kevin Cooey at the Glencoe Club, number 3 ranked team in the country. And after the blank in 1, Cooey once again does have the last rock, has the hammer, playing the Yellowstones. I thought it was interesting in pregame comments, Russ, that Cooey didn't think his team really would be one of the favorites. He thought he might be in the top 5-ish, as he said.
Wow.
Almost bored.
Didn't have necessarily the best bonspiel season, right? And still, as we say, the addition of Jacques Gauthier, getting used to him. So still trying to figure things out.
Hard.
Kathy pointed out before the event that they did not do well in the Grand Slams, but they played in a couple spiels that led to Grand Slams with the same type of fields and did very well. So they you might not get as many points type thing, but it's one of those guys you can't count Kevin Couillot because it's the Brier, and that's when he tends to show up. Game 1 he didn't.
Yeah, anytime you're playing against one of the greats, even if they have a bit of a stagger step to start, you know that the greatness is in there. So as soon as they get a read and start to feel it, watch out.
Well, in 2 of those events that you're talking about with the slams, they lost on a tie by 0.3 of a millimeter in the draw to the button. And that was something that they worked very hard at before they came here, realizing it was a weakness. And the draw to the button today was huge for Cooey.
Yeah, you really break it down. You've got 2 great teams in this case. Cooey gets the hammer on the draw the button skill, grabs a 2 somewhere. Now McEwen, you know, with maybe 8, 7, 6 ends to go, has to win by 3 to catch up, right? It's so important.
Second Brier for Jacques Gauthier, as he skipped last year in British Columbia. They went 3-5 in London, Ontario, and that team has been taken over by Caitlin Schneider, who used to play with the Saskatchewan side.
That's right.
Yeah, have to, don't we?
All right, Kathy, let's get him underway. Let's update Cooey against Manuel Territories, Nova Scotia.
Well, Jamie Cooey made a really nice double on his first to live 5. And then the attempted freeze by Matt Manuel bounced off. And that's why it is 5 that Matt faces right now.
Matt Manuel out of the Halifax Curling Club, trying to win the first Nova Scotia championship since Mark Dacey back in 2004.
Straight.
And hang it there, move it far enough. Oh, and just does.
That team is better than their record.
Second straight Brier appearance. 3-5 in London.
Top 8. Real nice here. Same speed.
You know, this is just to our point about
Back 8. Back 4.
here's Gauthier, skipped last year. Tardy, skip himself in juniors. Those 2 alone would know what, in effect, Cooey needs to hear, what he wants to hear, and you would think they would be able to provide that information.
Oh yeah, and it's, you look more and more at teams, they've got people that played back end, third or skip, and then all of a sudden they're playing front end, and it makes the team so much better because they have all that IQ, knowing the strategy, the tolerance, plan A, B, C, D, and E in some cases. It's just a matter of finding your footing and where to contribute and how exactly to support. Jacques with a couple heavy misses there. This spot is really fast. I had a 15-3 on the Saskatchewan stone that stopped top 8. It's not moving like crazy here, so a little less curl. Sometimes you see it really carry.
There's been some straighter draws early.
Good, guys. Gotta go. Hard line. Hard line. Keep going, Kev. Keep going, Kev. Keep going.
And the 2 Marsh brothers drag it right down to the face.
Nice shot. Good, guys.
See, going for distance here. Style of brush might look a little bit awkward, but you see the brush going north-south right in front of the face of the rock. That's called a snow plow, so that's going to get the maximum distance on that rock.
It's interesting. I mean, listen, the brushing rules have changed.
Yes.
Remember, I mean, you couldn't do that kind of thing. You would be certainly penalized if you lifted that brush.
Yeah, dumping. Yeah.
Oh, and you still will be. You can't lift your brush mid-stroke ever.
But I agree with Joanne's comments. You know, if Carrick just leans on that, he's basically pushing the nap of the ice, pretend it's grass, towards Cooey and get it to go a little farther.
Keep going, Curl. Get it in there.
Take a shot.
Okay.
The Alberta champions, Aaron Sluchinski, on the ice against the team from Iqaluit.
Well, he's facing 2, but there is a double opportunity here for 2.
Curl.
Coming off that opening draw win over Kevin Cooey in the All-Alberta battle. There it is, and he can't hold that shooter, and so it'll be one red. Sluchinski beating Cooey twice in the provincials, and then beat him on Friday night here.
Hold it heavy, I think. Hold it if it's heavy. Close. Coming down. Whoa.
Trying to corner freeze shot rock. Top 4 foot here.
Whoa. Curl.
Don't bounce.
And that little rub and roll off. Okay. Looks like they just maybe shot rock.
Try, bud. Yeah. Throw. Nice throw.
It's really hard to blame the Brushers on that. That, you know, they had to get it by. What, 4 inches heavy, Joanne? It was just about glued right perfect.
Yellow shot.
Like 6 feet slower.
That's Cooey.
If you're on this one, Finn, it's not bad.
Give it to us, bud.
They're really shrinking Kevin's scoring area here.
Curl a bit. How many more feet is that? 4?
Those reds buried at the top 8 foot will go directly onto Kevin's yellow.
Now those reds aren't going anywhere. Glued to each other. It's like broom out into the 12 foot, so more curl on this side compared to the other one.
I don't mind it.
Fight the 4.
Which is opposite to sheet B and C.
Back button.
Get off it then.
It's really close, guys.
Weight's close. It's
You
still
don't
there.
want to move it if you don't have to. Line's good. It's got to curl though.
No.
It's always Carrick. Line's good. Line's good. Whoa, guys, you're here.
I'm not. It's not there.
I know. You don't need to move it. You don't need to give him shots.
Team Canada trying to bounce back against Quebec, Kathy.
Well, Brad Duchesneau has been facing 2 on both of his shots, and you can see that not able to remove both. This is an open hit for 2.
Quebec skipped by Julien Tremblay.
Julien made a wonderful soft weight shot on his first on an almost buried Gushue stone.
Both teams you see at 1 and 1, and that will be a 1 and a 1 for a 2. Quebec.
Give him the chase on that.
Yeah.
All rookie team
That's why you're guarding, yeah.
from Quebec.
So why, so it doesn't have to be that high then. You can almost guard the run and that.
Does it
Probably
hurt
double
to try to
peeling.
go here?
Yeah. I don't think so. Flush? Sure, but do we need to go
Because
there?
high guard, he's
Harder.
just gonna chase this, right?
He's running this.
What's he worried about?
High guard's dangerous though, man. Then I got to get it over on the
Red.
A.
Yeah, exactly. Center red into the yellow, but I mean you can guard both.
Are you thinking high guard here?
Yeah.
You like that, Kev? He's gonna take.
He thinks he's gonna run it.
Probably takes a free crack at it. The only shot I see is me playing control weight on the nose.
Yeah.
Right here. On the nose.
Be a really good outcome if you could make it.
A great result,
bad.
but could open it up.
Yeah, exactly. I think you're right, Joanne. It's dangerous. They'd like to do that, and that just leaves that one lonely yellow. But the yellow's in such a good spot. They're shot rock now. That freeze
You like
tapped it.
control weight on the nose, just slightly low?
Guard's not a bad play.
I like this. What's he doing?
Maybe guard
He has
on
to
your
double
first.
peel.
Yeah, I like
Take a
that.
crack at it on your second.
Then I hit that.
Yeah.
I think we got a guard, guys.
Okay. We're playing the out turn. Okay. So this is.
Where do you want it? Right on that
Well, it's moving more this way, I think. For sure.
Play the end, it probably gives me more options.
Sorry, what?
Maybe the end's the call
Talk
here.
about precision. That
Intern.
the draw from Tyler Tardy, that freeze on the left-hand side of the screen there, like so perfect, but tap them an inch. If you don't move it, you're still shot if you're Alberta.
I agree.
Probably a different call for Saskatchewan if they're not shot.
How true.
All right, aiming for a high one or?
I have.
Haven't seen a ton of curl here. That's a lot of ice.
They're trying to be well off the center line so that they block the chase.
Just almost above the end in Montana's.
Hit it early.
Yep.
It's good. High. Yep.
First skip
Keep it out
stone,
there.
and
Keep it out
it's
there. Light's good. Make sure there's no hole. Keep it out there. Light's good.
Mike McEwen.
High.
Pretty much to your broom right there.
Curl. Whoa.
Curl a bit. Curl.
Whoa. Whoa. Easy. Whoa. Yep.
Curl.
Yeah, curl.
Good. You just get it a millimeter high.
Saskatchewan champions, Mike McEwen with the win over Ryan Kleider in their championship final. Went perfect through their pool play out of the Nutana Curling Club in Saskatoon. Yeah, just that little tap on that freeze makes them shot rock, Saskatchewan.
Double peel, he just plays that soft, rolls a hair, and I don't think we have a score. I think the guard's helping us a little bit.
Yeah, this has got to get under though, right? Or else.
It goes under for sure.
Yes. Like, right? Like I'm worried. Like if it just plants there, he just rips that.
Well, it's going to be way under if it plants. Oh, like that, you mean? I see.
Like he just, because mine will.
We'll play it low side. And if we whiff it and roll to block his run, then
You know what I mean? How does this get under? It's got to be.
we're
right
hitting
there.
it right into here, right?
Guess I've always got this draw.
Not six.
Like you're thinking throw it hard. It's just
Normal?
hard. Like
Feel?
This comes out there. Overthinking this.
I don't see much else.
Yeah, I think you have to play this, Joanne. And to Tyler's point, if Kevin can hit the right side of that yellow and have the yellow scoot underneath, ideally move the red one a bit. Tough, very tough shot, but what else do you do? You see anything else?
No, I mean, if this was last rock, you might see just to try draw and nibble the side of the button for your one, but I think you got to take a run at this.
There is no hole there between those reds.
No.
Okay.
The other thing that can happen here is you can end up running those two buried reds in and taking out your own if it's just a hair high side.
Cooey in his first, trying to run back that long guard just thrown up by McEwen. Try to run straight back if you can. Here we go. Is it going to touch anything? No. And he also will leave that shooter out there still in exchange of stones. Well, this is, we talked earlier about his tour and a couple of wins. His win percentage, 62%, went 43 and 23 on tour this year, Kevin Cooey.
Tyler yelled, whoa, it curled. Just barely missed it.
Yeah, because that guard's been moved over. Looks good.
Yeah, they didn't whip it down the sheet, not wanting to spill everything too much, but just caught that little extra curl, less weight.
Pretty good to me. You could use a little less, no?
Nunavut under some pressure here, but a chance it looks like they could score 2, maybe 3.
Maybe even 4. It's hard to tell those 3 on the left-hand side. Aaron Sluchinski just throwing a couple of stones soft. That day away from the ice may have hurt. This is an open hit, and then you'll count them up.
Shane Latimer out of London, Ontario is their import. He's the curling coach at the University of Western Ontario. There's 1, there's 2, and 3, and let's see.
It's those 3 on the left, I'm not sure. 4 it is.
Make a very good point, Kathy, that day off Little different surface.
Especially so early in the week.
They picked up their first win, Nunavut did a year ago in London. First time since they joined the Brier in 2016.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And they crack a 4.
Sure.
Okay. 3/4? A little thinner than that?
No, I don't think it's thinner. Close.
Okay. It's going to drag a little this way.
Okay.
The old short raise, very long raise again. Score 2. Extremely tough.
Your draw, though, is it still there to just catch a piece of the button, Joe?
It's really hard. I think,
Shot,
I mean,
we could've
play the
played
shot
run.
for 2.
We could have played our run at that point, right?
Final stone.
Whoa.
Red,
Girl.
yellow,
Girl.
red, maybe 2.
Girl, got a chance. Girl, go, 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 go.
The bees, and he'll drive it by, and it will be a steal of 1.
We're good.
Saskatchewan here in the second. Saskatchewan with a steal of 1. A very complicated end. Led to some frustration from Kevin Cooey. It's not, I don't know if he's still not feeling it at this moment, or he's just, the team got into a situation where maybe they didn't have to get into, but it resulted in the steal of 1 as we welcome you back on this Sunday afternoon to the Montana's Brier. And here in 3, once again, Cooey and the team from the Glencoe Club in Calgary do have the hammer. The last rock playing Yellowstone.
Just a little circumstantial there, I think, Joanne. Kevin called for a freeze. Now, a freeze can be pretty precise. And all the way down, he kept saying, you don't have to bump it. You don't have to. And they bumped it that silly millimeter that left McEwen shot. And then Kevin's last one was ridiculously hard, and he almost made it. He's got to be thinking, wow, why?
So the frustration for him, Joe, would be what? The fact they actually tapped him up for shot when he was, in fact, shot? But that's the frustration? Is that, you think that's it?
Yeah, maybe. I also, I mean, the run backs were both close. The first one curled up a little bit more than you expect. So sometimes, you throw the rock exactly how you wanted to, and you just don't quite get the results. And for a team like Alberta right now, they could use some momentum. They could use a big shot. So that was definitely an opportunity to get that.
Yeah, it was 3-point swing if he executes it. Extremely tough shot.
It's pretty good. Curl. Hair heavy. Really got to curl. Just a hair hot. Curl. 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 Curl.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not brutal. Hey, bud.
Too much ice or what?
It's not bad. Weight was perfect.
Too much ice?
Back four.
Down by 2. And Gushue has a chance for a mittful.
Well, he certainly does. A chance for 4 for Julien Tremblay. Faced 4 on his first. Wasn't able to get more than 1. Brad replaced it. Julien tried again. Only able to get 1 and rolled out. And so that is why draw full 12 is all he needs for 4.
To clean it. Clean.
5-time winner out of the Remax Center, the St. John's Curling Club.
14-3.
And a little dust, and that will get you 4. So that's the first time scoring more than a deuce in the event.
Yeah.
Jacques Gorgier.
Whoa. Yep. Gotta go. Hard. Gotta go. Hard. Right to it. Good shot.
Okay.
Hit roll back in.
He's kicked it a little too far.
Hawk.
Okay. I'd say this is the hardest in the... Yes.
Hawk, wait.
They're hoping to just keep that left-hand side yellow kind of edge on edge so that there wouldn't be a roll back under.
I can spin around, I guess, on this one. Just hawk, wait.
Hack weight?
Hawk. It didn't kick like it was hard. It felt hard.
Nova Scotia has picked up a steal of 1 in the second, and they lead
Wait, it's pretty
Jamie
good.
Cooley out of Yellowknife by a couple.
Light.
Kevin Marsh. Oh, and then it'll just crash on that center line guard. Move it over. Now that red-yellow combination down the center line's open.
Back 4.
A lot of yellow in there.
It should be open if he does.
Yeah, we're getting forced all of a sudden.
Not enough, guys?
Just
No,
release
never that.
the back yellow.
Yeah, not looking to remove the red. The red will be shot after this, but it'll be surrounded by a wall of yellows in front of it.
That's the key, in front of it.
Gotta get to the nose, though.
Hey, wait.
A hair light.
Art.
Yeah, that
I
one
like it.
fooled Saskatchewan.
Whoa.
Back
Whoa, Tyler.
Back 4.
Curl. Curl.
Now helping it curl.
Hard,
Helping it
hard.
over.
Chance, gotta get to the line.
Hard. Curl hard.
Here he goes.
Hard.
Buzzing away. And rolling it over. And still leaves Cooey in Alberta sitting 1 back button.
Wide on the first cup? Or just looks hard?
Tyler just jumped on that
like
right out of
it?
his hand,
Yeah.
and it didn't curl now with bullet weight. That's pretty simple, and you can probably, if you get it thick enough, kick that over there, at least get it out in the open. Change the end around completely here, and this is the guy that can do it.
Yeah, shooter will be behind cover, too.
Flash.
No. Roll.
On its own. Bang, bang. And he'll get rid of only 1. But he rolls over to get to that center line. Shot rock remains. Cooey back button.
A professional miss.
Shot.
Yeah, you can't make it double.
He's trying to hit it thinner and do what we called, but right underneath.
I like that on your next one. I think
I also have it this way, Kev. I can't hear you. I also have this side.
Yeah, I know, but
I got more of the yellow.
What are you trying to do? Just here?
Yeah. And roll it off to the side.
Like you don't want to make this. You just.
Okay.
I kind of like this back line.
This rock's in a good spot.
I like both, just pointing it out.
Let's
Just
spin
kill
that,
this.
Spin that red
Get
behind
this
the
one
tee.
to
It's
here.
really good.
I'm with Kevin on this one, Joanne.
Yeah, I think for Tyler, though, just kind of reminding, he's that lefty, so he's got the other hack. It's his intern, so he has more of it than Kevin will.
Try to get it so it's not lined perfectly up.
But this is a better play.
Just have seen this side of the sheet coming into the house. Doesn't seem to move a lot, so those finesse weight taps are really tough.
This probably looks hard.
It looks not natural, yeah.
But I mean, if you make this,
Yeah.
like you're going to roll into this, he can't really afford to draw here because, I mean, unless he lines them all up.
I don't mind that at all.
Like this guy's in a good spot.
Yeah.
And I mean, you've got a catcher here, so you probably need like board to get this guy going.
I don't mind just playing it to go into that. I'm never killing it with hack, I don't think.
No, forward weight.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can throw it hard, too, and play it across the top, like we watched Scotty Howard win a game. And maybe your shooter might stick on the corner one.
Hey, buddy. Third with board. Okay. Try to use that side window. Okay.
So make the double and roll your
Where do you want to hit it?
stone over to the
Third.
yellow on the left-hand side.
You like that ice?
I think they're just
I had
trying to
it.
make the single now. I don't think they're going across the top.
Okay.
Like a hair more?
It's about the right ice for
Our
both.
top line going at the end too.
Good weight, speed here.
Little stiffer than the wide draw, but close.
Yeah, they're
Weight's
just trying
good.
to jam it, Vic.
Forward.
Yep.
Save the thrown rock.
Whoa, curl.
Close.
Curl.
Martin.
Go, 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 go. It's perfect.
Keep going. Keep going.
Angle it back. Oh, and they'll roll it
Really good.
over.
Kind of lined up that yellow raise, didn't they?
Great throw.
Sweet.
Little unlucky with the angle, but
Gonna be good.
No, okay. Oh, yeah.
Then he's coming off. Then he's right
not
into
a
us.
triple, is there?
What about thin off of it?
Is there a thin triple? Do you play this thin? Yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
There, yeah. Oh, yeah. It is a little.
Small corner.
They're worried about playing the easy straight back double because it would leave a red one here, and you know what Team Cooey's going to do? Play that pretty easy red double, so they're going to go the other way with Colton's upweight ability, try to go across the top. If he does, that 90-degree rule kind of gets him into this area here.
Looking to get all three. Colton Flash.
It's close to being lined up.
Oh, late brush. Here we go. Stay with it. What do we got? Flash, boom. Oh, and no bang, but he's sitting the shot rock on the lid.
Watch, you're hovering your broom. I can't see the rock. Like you're hovering, it's like this.
Beautiful. It kind of wasn't quite there for the three. This was a better way to get the double. Missed that one, get the important one.
That's interesting. The brushers were there covering the stone with their brushes. And Mike was saying, when you do that, I can't see the rock.
Right. Yeah, good point.
I wanted to hit a little.
They're there for a reason. When it's coming that hard, they can't be too far away.
Mine curled a bit. Okay, you like that, Chuck? Min again, probably.
Lined it up again, Joanne. I don't think the red double's there off this raise.
I think you can play to jam it, though, and then the red will be exposed.
This will be the third or fourth time they've jammed it.
Weight's good. Yep. Whoa, easy. Weight's good. Whoa. Clean, clean. Yep. Whoa. Curl. Whoa. Curl.
Angle it back. And we'll jam it underneath. And will it come back?
It's a shot,
no, not quite. So they're sitting 2-3. Alberta with Flash Rock.
Sweet. Half of it, maybe?
It's pretty tough. Like, tough for him to get enough onto this.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this.
Roll under, yeah. Rely two there, yeah.
I think that's a smart shot.
Yeah.
The only other shot is draw right here. I don't love that. The click off's really bad. Let's make this.
It's just a pound heavier, and they didn't quite see that all the way down. They wanted to hang Tardy shot on the corner there.
Earlier.
Sit second, third, fourth. This control weight, board weights, everybody, not all the shots, but most of the shots this week are missed on the high side.
Yeah, not quite getting the finish they expect at the end. Looking for the roll here.
Roll the back and forth.
Yeah, dead on might leave a double, right, for Cooey.
Kathy, what a mess.
Yes. Aaron Sluchinski, that's the red stone that he tried to play the tap. He is not shot, so he's trying to play the in-off for two, maybe for three.
Curl.
Oh, goodness. Wow. And now who's the shot?
It looks like yellow. That would be Nunavut.
Here we go. Coming, rolling over. Rolling over. And they'll sit two.
Oh, he's heavy, eh?
I know. My one's is 8?
Yeah. Should go for fun, Kev.
Yeah. I think so. Even if we just nudge it open, eh?
Half.
Yeah.
When they're side by side like that, it looks impossible, but always remember, when at contact, that rock's up here, it's 11 inches higher, so now you take it across that type of angle, it's going to run into the backside of that, kind of like that, and he should be able to, certainly, Joanne, kick it out of there.
Yeah, even if you don't kill it from the rings, you're going to push it into the open, and the shooter will be behind cover.
Yeah, misses thick, right?
Yeah, just get it out of the 4 foot, and you're sitting two.
Whoa! Whoa!
Doing his first as he got the double. Stay with it. Here we go. Kick it and move it. And right out to sit the two.
Perfect.
Needs something to jumpstart his game, I think.
Sweet. Good.
Extremely accurate with that speed. Done it for 2 decades.
If I don't like it, I won't throw it.
I think that
Might
you
not
might not like it.
I mean, after watching
Not
last
enough?
night, Mike was so dialed into his draw
They
weight.
got a
That
boy.
freeze looks pretty juicy.
Yeah, third probably.
But there's risk involved. You miss your freeze, you're giving up 3.
It's not a juicy look. I think I'd rather throw the run. It's either the run, you can play the hack weight chase on the intern, or the draw,
It's a 2.
or the freeze.
I think he'll end up playing the run back.
Thinking the slash is looking too hard.
I think it's either the run or the freeze. It looks like to
You
me.
got to just squeak the guard, hey, to make that.
Yeah. I'd probably rather throw the run low.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, play it. You can get them both that way.
Oh yeah.
This doesn't look good. Throw the run low.
Oh, what's that?
Run low. He'll wait.
Yep.
These
Just gotta get 7/8 low.
type of inserts with any speed, or maybe at 8 seconds or higher, 7.6, it virtually doesn't go anywhere. And Mike's skill set, he loves the out turn. If he gets the broom in the right spot, he should make some noise on one of them, and it's at most a 2-ender. And there's a chance he could make the raise double here. I like this call.
Kevin Marsh in the house with brother Daniel. Colton Flash on the brush. Final stone, Saskatchewan here in the third.
No!
Got to run that red back and across the nose to drive it back the other way. Here we go. 1, and he'll run it by. And so it will be an open draw for 2 for Alberta and
I
Cooey.
missed it right away.
Yeah. Good toss, Mike.
I had to hook it a little in order for it to actually curl.
I think it's fast.
Knowing your release and Mike's out turn, it just tracks a little bit. It's not forgiving here.
Yeah, you could hear the disagreement online. I don't know that Kevin probably didn't see. He saw him fix it a little bit and thought it would curl, but that's just Mike knowing his own throw. Still a new team, you have to remember.
Just his first draw of the game after his draw to the button.
You're pretty good, guys.
He's 25 centimeters away from the pin.
He's right.
Broom down, broom down.
Yeah. Weight's good.
Tracking knife. 14-8. Shot, Kev.
And that'll be good for 2. Cooey in Alberta take the lead through 3 on this Sunday afternoon.
I really think we need to just not get ahead of ourselves. This year it really feels like we're a little bit more than the sum of our parts. We're playing well, we're having a pile of fun, and that's been translating to a good season.
That team is so consistent. One key miss, and that's what seals up the win for them. So we have to bring our A game to beat these teams, and hopefully we can be in the top 2 or 3 in our pool at the end of the week.
That will be our feature when we join you tonight. Make a note, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It'll be Ontario against Brendan Botcher. Wins 2 straight. Howard wins yesterday, loses this morning on a measure to Reed Carruthers. As we feature tonight, teams from Pool A. Here at the Brandt Center on this 3rd day of coverage, Montana's Brier from Regina. We go to the 4th, and Saskatchewan and McEwen from the Newtown Saskatoon will have the hammer. They'll have the last rock for the first time in the game, playing the Red Stones here in 4th.
Really patient end from Kevin Cooey. I thought they kept having, the angles were never good. They kept having to jam out to only get one Saskatchewan rock at a time. They had to do that 4 times, and Cooey made the bullet double to set up the 2.
Tyler, keep going, keep going, keep going. Shot.
Around the corner? Around the corner.
Push it.
Just chip this here.
You're looking at kind of back 8.
Tough shot.
And it just hit like a quarter.
Yeah,
Roll here.
Okay. Sets up a double.
Back
and then we
eight.
also he can't hit ours.
Is this ever precise here, Russ?
Yeah.
Quarter of the rock with back 8 foot weight.
Notice they switched the big horse onto the inside to stop this from wrecking. Colton Flash.
Yes. Hard. Hard.
It's good.
Hard.
It's good.
Hard. Hard.
Rearrange these
And
angles.
they get it by.
Roll the shooter a bit. Yep,
And just unlock some things, move it around.
Good. Very nice.
That's a really well thrown stone. Well managed.
All right, Kathy, what's going on here? I see 1-2 reds, do I?
Yeah, I think you do. This is a really tough shot. Quebec has been chasing this entire end. Brad capped off the side. And so for Julien, just trying to get to the inside of the red to push it onto the yellow to maybe cut Gushue down to 1.
Gushue scoring a 4 in the second. As we look at Jacques Gauthier. That's not good. And they'll push up a third. And so that's a steal of 3 for Canada.
Boy.
Girl. Girl. Whoa. Great shot.
Special shot making here, Vic. Really nice touch there to rearrange and get underneath.
Talk about both teams in the race to figure out where to put the broom, and I think they're both there now.
Yeah.
Hack. No. Okay. Sure. Think so. You roll here. He's probably not. Like if you're here.
Yeah, if you roll right over, you're okay.
Like as low as you can.
I like the call, user corner.
Might be the shot. Sure.
So often you see the play get pulled into the middle early, and then that corner never gets looked at.
2-0. Nova Scotia leads, and lots of pressure now again on Jamie Cooey out of Yellowknife.
Well, he is facing 3. He tried to bury facing 2 on his first, but he just ticked off, and Matthew was able to hit that. That's why he faces 3. There is no draw, so he's trying to go through a port with about hack weight and catch enough of the Nova Scotia stone to roll to the 4th.
Watching Kevin Marsh as well, coming through. There's good. Going to roll in, and that's a great shot.
Very nice.
Jamie Cooey to the back edge of the 4 for a single.
It's a very tough shot.
Or the corner. Sure, this is I mean, soft run's the best shot, probably, right?
Okay.
I don't hate that. We should be able to hold it too.
You know, Kathy was just seeing Tyler Tardy throwing the 3rd stone. We were chatting before the game, and he was saying that they're having a tough time, some of these tour teams who play on the Grand Slam circuit, adjusting to this ice.
He did absolutely say that, you know, even on the tour, he has found that the Canadian teams have not done so well, but the teams that have played on that almost extensively are really struggling with this. He is finding that this ice this week so far is straighter. It's not getting the finish, and also that the hits, they're used to them curling a little bit, and they're anticipating that it will, and it's not, and it's catching most of the teams, at least till this point.
Question. It's very release sensitive. Which you could argue is a good thing. It depends on how your release is.
Well, let's go back now. We saw Sluchinski throw it through the hole, give up the steal of 1, 5-1 Nunavut, and getting ready for the final stone again of the Alberta champions from Airdrie and Aaron Sluchinski.
Aaron has the opportunity for 3 in this end. It has been a little bit more what you would expect of the Sluchinski team. I think that day off came in a little bit wound tight, and Nunavut did not give them a whole lot of breaks. But there's 3, and you put yourself right back in the game.
Unforced error on our sheet. Colton Flash playing the come around, just heavy, and if that even stops in the 8 foot in his third shot, I don't know if we would have seen Kui play this guard.
Is this slow down or is this speed up? I mean, it's sped up a little, but you're going pretty wide. Like it's still a little slow out here.
Hair slower.
Yeah.
Angle is nice for Team Saskatchewan with that red rock on the corner of Shotstone top 4, so trying to block this.
I got heavy.
Easy, not too tight.
Yeah,
hold it.
Halfway tight.
Ah.
Okay.
Mine's good.
We're half clean.
Just above the Montana.
Score it.
Score it.
Oh.
Score it.
Whoa,
good?
whoa. There's a bit of stagger on this.
Yeah.
That's good. Shut.
Does it take away the red yellow rays, I think?
Yeah, I think so.
Trying to make this?
This card's more of a pain.
Is there a hole with the out? A what? No.
I don't think you need to do that.
No.
You're just talking about this double, right?
There isn't.
Play this double
My
down
thought
the
is you
middle.
play this.
I was thinking
and try to get the
playing
top
this to
12
here.
one. If you hit the guard, you get the guard.
You might even get this.
This is the problem, Flash, isn't it? All the stuff in the middle, not the one you just threw.
No,
Like it's a shot regardless. You could even get it onto a red and still.
Yeah, my thought was the one he just put there. I can get the double peel or the top 12 one or a red.
Yeah.
I had 3
And I
options
guess
for this
he's.
one. If
Yeah.
I make that double, that comes back into play.
Can't you make the double this way, though, on the
Okay.
middle one?
Well, then he just hits ours.
I was thinking if you make this, I'm not sure what
Hey,
he does.
sure. Whatever you like.
We got open.
If you make it though, it misses that. It's coming here.
Okay, whatever you like.
I don't mind the peel.
Changed it up. They were going to go double down the middle to open up the shot rock, but it also opens up the red one, and Kui might hit it. So now they're going to go corner guard onto the center. It's a little more dangerous if you don't make contact with the center.
Colton Flash in his 7th Brier appearance. Run it back, bang, bang,
Okay.
and at least looks like they may have now opened up that red onto yellow.
Yeah, but maybe for Kui too. Also on the way by, and Colton took out his nibbler at the back.
You got room.
Oh, yeah.
You got room. I don't see anything else.
We manage it perfect. You can huck that thing in there for sure.
Looking for any kind of a spark to his game, and this may just have provided it.
No question. You know, he makes these look easy, but the leg drive, the backswing, the speed that this is coming at, dead where he wants to hit it, just as good as you could make it.
And that led to a deuce to give them the lead. The key shot brought to you by BKT Tires. Growing together.
Seen some nice finesse weight hits in this line, this end. They need another one here. Just try to get as much as they can see of the top red. Can't be wide.
Girl. Really gotta go.
Really gotta go. Really gotta go.
Carrick Martin.
Really gotta
Hard,
go.
go on.
Really gotta go. Really gotta go.
Really gotta go to save the yellow. Go, 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 go.
On the red.
Out now, and they are going to lose that. Their stone on the back. Shot rock now belongs to Saskatchewan.
I hate mine.
But Vic, it's what Kathy talked about, maybe in a grand slam. That was an outward motion big time. But if your weight's soft enough, you carve it soon enough, you might get away with it with a different ice surface. Not to make an excuse for Kevin, that was just a bad throw, but you are punished when you pop it like that.
Here, I thought it didn't curl much for you though either. I think when you get inside the lines there.
Where did yours get to for line?
I over curl. Like I would have been tight. I think if I had the right weight. Yeah.
Yeah, he did over curl it. Yeah.
Like I was like almost wide open back here.
Boy, didn't see that coming,
I think you need
Joanne.
a bit more.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so what, dead even of that one?
Yep.
Top 4.
A little more.
How's that look?
That looks better.
Okay. This is a 15 field spot here, Mike.
Yeah, it looks fun.
Looking to be dead even with their red that's biting the top of the forefoot here. Any kind of stagger, if they're a little heavy, you worry about leaving a double for Kevin Cooey.
Back 8. Well then.
Mike McEwen, first skip Stone, Saskatchewan, as we play here in 4.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's coming down. Line is good. Coming down.
As one, sitting top edge of the 4.
We're still there. Line is
Now
good.
trying to go behind their corner.
Line is good. Got to stop. No down. No down. No down. No down. No down.
And it will settle in behind, sitting 2. Is there a double there?
I think there is.
Yeah, that's lightning.
Yeah. Can you make this hard and just...
You got enough room around that center.
Maybe. We've got about to there, so probably too much.
It is tight though.
Okay, I like it.
Okay.
Another option, you could just hit and roll to the center line, try to get under cover there. The chase is not easy.
Does it look dicey?
They're double cap?
No, you got room.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's 3/4.
Okay, let's go. Take it.
I love that from Jacques Gauthier.
Just enough space by the guard to do it. You can't kill it, I don't think.
Well, even McEwen says he's just got enough room to get by that center guard. Yep. We'll find out right now, looking for the double. Saskatchewan is sitting 2. Mark, help it. Got by, did. Now here he comes over. Here he comes over. Oh, and that is Cooey Light to sit 2, Alberta.
So good.
Just the accuracy is so incredible.
How good? Oh, that good.
Who knows? You never know if he's made or missed the shot.
Magic Mike's going to take this on, you know.
You gotta throw this like you gotta throw and eat at this.
Obviously some risk if he misses this double, but
I'm gonna throw firm.
he feels it's worth it.
Yeah.
Firm. Firm.
This is a big momentum swing, make or miss.
All right, let's go, Mike.
Can't see this doing anything. That should be pretty close.
Just a hair. Just a hair.
Yeah, I would think this will curl a bit.
Kevin Marsh is in the house. Mike McEwen.
No.
Nothing yet.
Whoa.
Flash is
Yeah.
ready.
Whoa.
Flash has got him.
Whoa. Yeah.
Staying with him. Flash has got him. Here we go. Coming across. 1. Kick it. Oh, here we go. Magic Mike. Magic Mike for 2. Avoids the jam and pushes it through. He wears the green and white well, McEwen. Well, they've won 2 straight so far, Saskatchewan and Mike McEwen out of the Buchanan Club in Saskatoon. We all know trying to win Saskatchewan's first Canadian Men's Curling Championship since Rick Folk back in 1980. While Alberta and Kevin Cooey trying to win the first for the province of Alberta since Brendan Botcher in 21. As we welcome you back on this Sunday afternoon, 3-2 Saskatchewan, and it is Cooey out of the Glencoe Club in Calgary with Last Rock. Has the hammer playing the Yellowstone. As we said yesterday, he feeds off it, Mike McEwen, and felt no more nervous playing here for Saskatchewan at home than he has in any other Brier. That's what interests me, is the fact that he's not more nervous here.
Yeah, that was quite the comment. I didn't think I've been lucky enough to play in a Tier 3 home Briers, and I found if you started slow, it was so much pressure, and if you got on a roll like he is, it's like you had that fifth man in the crowd.
Well, you remember that maybe in recent memory, the best example of that was Brad Gougeau in 17 in St. John's. I think if I remember, they went 1-3, and then they sat down and they had a meeting, and they said, fellas, let's embrace this. We have this whole building, mile one, cheering for us, and they basically were able to throw off the pressure, and they went on to win it.
And a turning point for that team, in my opinion. It was Brad's maybe 13th try at winning, somewhere in there. You got close. All of a sudden he wins, and now the floodgates have opened up.
Good. Clean.
Felt less pressure to win as soon as he had one under his belt.
Right.
Just clean. He's fine.
Well, and Vic, don't forget that when we talked to Colton before the game, I said, I was recalling a player that had once said that they wanted to get the crowd into it. I said, would you ever call a shot that would really get the crowd motivated? And he said, absolutely not. We're out here and we love the crowd, but we're going to play the right shot for the game and not to get a reaction.
Talk about the drought since 1980, but Pat Simmons, Saskatchewan resident won, Colton's won, Ben Hebert's won. There's been some individuals from Saskatchewan that have won the Brier.
All right, let's go over and check in on Nunavut, up by 1 now over Alberta and Aaron Sluchinski.
Well, Aaron hit and rolled underneath, just that little bit too far, but it is a challenge for Shane. He's got to get by the guard and tap the stone back in order to score.
Clean.
Nicely done.
From the Iqaluit Curling Club, they held their play downs back in December. You'll know, there was no Nunavut women's team at the Scotties because they had lost their arena for a film shoot up in Iqaluit, so they couldn't have a provincial or a territorial championship.
Clean. One more. Hit it a bit. Little heavy. Clean. Yep. Gotta go. Whoa.
I got
Clean. Yep. Good.
Well, we saw the 4 by Gougeau, then that little bit of a bad break, certainly, as they punched in a third stone, steal a 3. Now it's the Quebec skip, Julien Tremblay, trying to rebound.
Well, he has an opportunity for 2 because of a call he made on his first one. He elected to play a corner freeze on a Gougeau stone. Gougeau hit the open one and rolled towards where his stone was, but it did leave one Quebec stone in the house. And so this is now an open hit for 2.
And there is a couple. Get him a little closer. Gougeau will have the hammer in 5.
Imagine Mike's going to stay away from that corner guard here.
No. Clean it. Good. Yep.
Yeah, even try to roll to the other side of the house because you know Kevin Cooey is going to try to use it. Roll over there if he can.
Yep. Whoa. Clean. I can jam. Hang it on. Control.
All Kathy all the time as we go back to Nova Scotia and the Territories.
You're welcome. Facing 2, Jamie Cooey and his team. I talked about it in the opening when we talked about matchups. It was 90% last night coming into the game, really putting a lot of pressure against Nova Scotia. And so for Matt, no way to score 2. Needs to draw full 8-foot for the single.
Out of the Halifax Curling Club, they beat Owen Purcell in their championship 8-2.
Good sweep, guys.
As I mentioned, I think yesterday that they really believe that last year they were a nervous team.
What was that?
The pressure and playing in front of the crowd in London. And this year they've just reached another level. Played a couple more events on tour, went 26-17 in preparation.
Took Team Gushu right to the limit and draw one.
Yeah, it's a 0-2 team on the record books, but they are not to or should not be taken lightly.
Kevin nearly made that roll. The corner guard's a bit of a nuisance. Mike talked about playing the run back, which I would think would be harder than this.
Yeah, I believe he has almost all of this rock available.
McEwen in his last. Trying to help it over Daniel Marsh.
Just forward. Good.
And right there. And they'll roll it towards the middle. Leaves it on the edge of the 8.
Let's try to climb a hill.
Cooey will try to look for the blank. We opened with a blank in the first.
Throw.
Yep.
Quick pickup for Carrick Martin.
Yep.
And away they go. So we'll put a blank on the board here in 5. We'll go to the break. Saskatchewan leads it by 1.
The 2024 Montana's Brier is proudly presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. By Home Hardware, here's how. By Scotties Facial Tissue, unleash the Scotties. And by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Nice to be back in Regina. Last time we were here for the Brier was 18, and Gushu was your winner. The Saskatchewan Capital. Let's check the numbers after 5, Joe.
Yeah, for both teams, the Skips getting their 2s and 3 and 4. Cooey made a beautiful double, had the open draw in 3, and McEwen with a highlight reel. Quarter rock double for his 2. Both Skips reading the ice quite well to start here. Just that finesse weight hitting is the difference.
And Cooey will have the hammer when we pick up play in 6. The numbers after 5 are brought to you by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. As we make our way through the souvenir area here on the concourse for the Brandt Center in Regina. Well, one of the displays here at the Brandt Center this week as part of the Montana's Brier is the Saskatchewan Sports Hall of Fame. And of course, there's a very large display on curling. It is the official sport of the province of Saskatchewan. We saw the great Ernie Richardson there. It was nice to see him here. Rick Folk, of course, oh my gosh, that last win in 1980, and then he followed it up. He went to BC and won there too. So it's a great opportunity when you're here to relive some of the history of the game here in Saskatchewan at this year's Montana's Brier. And everyone wearing their Rider green, as mentioned, the brand new season. It won't be long, and CFL camps will be opening probably, I think, middle May, early May, and then of course a new season kicks off in June. Mosaic will be busy as we welcome you back on this Sunday afternoon to the Montana's Brier. That blank in 5 means that Alberta and Kevin Cooey once again have the last rock. They have the hammer, playing the Yellowstones here in 6.
Go, buddy.
It's an interesting sequence of events to start off last end. We saw Saskatchewan put up a tight centerline guard. Alberta went around it. And then Saskatchewan elected to try the run back. The run back was missed. So the winger was supposed to be thrown, went through, and then we had a blank end.
That was it.
Even end, though, now. So Cooey and Alberta will be looking to get that multiple score here with hammer. So corner guard goes up.
All right, Kathy, all the games have reached the midway point. Bring us up to date, please.
Well, we know about our feature game for sure, the rising to the occasion by Mike McEwen and the big weights by Cooey. For Team Gushue, they're fighting back after last night, and Quebec means that they have to chase. Jamie Cooey, I've talked about how well they're playing, 94% as a team, and that pushes Matt Manuel's team at 89%, trailing by 2. And Aaron Sluchinski is now settling in after that 3 and 4, but it was a good start for Nunavut.
Trying to win their second game ever. The team from Iqaluit.
Good, Dan.
Just a shade deep in that come around.
Karrick Martin in an 8th Brier appearance.
Becky, just tapping. Becky. Tapping a little. Whoa. Not quite Becky. Back 4. Back 4. Hanging on back 4. Coming off. Coming off really hard.
Off. Just wait only. You're here. You're all here.
Hey, shot. Good judge, guys.
You skip as long as Kevin Cooey, you kind of know coming over the hog line where that thing's going to stop.
Yeah, it's funny, you're in juniors, people really hammer. Sweepers call the weight. Person in the house calls the line. Don't do each other's jobs, but there's all that information out there, and if you watch every single rock coming at you all game and see something, say something, it's
no question. That's a good point. You can get very good at it.
the same as the sweepers. You can watch where that rock is. You can see it break and be involved in that line as well.
Nice. Very nice. Great sweep. Yeah.
Run? Run's my first thought. Seeing the run.
So it's the 6th, Joe, and all important even end. You're going as hard as you can, Cooey, do you think?
Just firm.
I think so. I mean,
firm,
just you don't want to give up a steal here, so I thought you might see them throw one more in the rings and try to generate something there. I'd assume they're trying to keep the blank alive now if they're playing the run back.
Yeah, try to open the middle up, maybe get to use the corner later.
I like the nose way more.
Decent chance your yellow Cooey rock will stay here.
Just firm. No more.
I always think hit and rolls are so precise. Got to get the perfect weight, perfect line. The peel and roll in my mind is extremely difficult. Controlling that roll with speed.
Jacques Auger. And will get them and leave his Cooey stone partially covered. T-line edge of the button.
Good.
Nice shot by Jacques. It also gets that red one is over in the corner, freezable now for Cooey.
Gives us a good freeze, eh? Huh? Gives us a good freeze. Yeah. Around the corner. Yeah. Yeah. That one behind the corner moves like a perfect shot.
Hey, you can see that red one, Vic, at a yellow freeze, and it'd be almost impossible to get it out if it's made properly.
It's good. Easy hack. Whoa. Hack. Curl. Really got to curl. Oh, I whipped it. You're way out there. Come on, Dan.
Daniel picking up his brother, Kevin.
Come on. Hard, Dan. Make sure that goes. Make sure it goes, buddy.
Yeah, is going to have enough to bump it through. Yeah, easily.
Okay. Just sweep. Shoot.
Seeing a little bit more action on the stones too now in this third day.
Yeah, they wanted to keep the thrown rock shot closer to the center line and not allow for this freeze to be made. Lock this right on the side, and Alberta will be shot under cover.
Top B right now.
Hey, here we go. Line's good.
Weight's good.
Top B.
Tardy left.
Really running. Top 4.
Martin right, and it's all on its own so far.
Trying. Always tie. Always tie. Always tie. Close tie.
Boy, it's sure taking its time.
Get in there. Get in there.
And doesn't get there. Listen, from my... You had to know it was going to grab, and I'm just wondering if could they not have brushed it earlier to try and get it over there?
Always tie.
Or did you have to wait as long as they did?
They were waiting as long as they could for line here. I think this stopped a little bit earlier than they wanted it to, but if you sweep it now or earlier and you end up putting it right beside it, they're kind of caught in between there. They just needed a little less line, and then they could have swept that for weight.
Yeah, died in a hurry.
Yeah, in fairness, the sweepers were never calling top 8 there. They thought they were all there.
It's a little bit straighter than the start of the week. These inside outs, you're almost getting to a bit of a dish situation where this will not do much. Hog line in.
And he's going to bounce it off that stone, and it will hang around. Kathy, Colton Flash, and you and I chatted to him about rebuilding this team, and I found it interesting. It was like applying for a job. He knew that Caitlin Schneider would not be back, and then decided, okay, who's available out there? Well, we knew that Mike McEwen was. We knew that John Epping's team was going different directions. Even Braden Muscowie was available again. And they had Zoom calls with each of them to talk about the direction they wanted to take the team.
Well, and it's critical because a team like this, Colton Flash, knows all those players. They know how they play. But what he was more interested, and the Marsh brothers were interested in, is what was their philosophy? What was important? What did they want to work on? Everybody can say they want to win, but it was Mike's commitment to technical that really swayed the difference. They all wanted to focus on that. Colton will be the first to admit he's more of a touch feel player than technical, but they know that to win at the highest level, you have to have good technical.
So after the interview process, the job went to Mike McEwen.
And now they work for him.
And this guy works, boy. It's we talk about the Amos Mazoners and all the top rushers in the world. This guy right here, Colton Flash, is one of them.
Well, the remarkable part is almost always he's the guy taking the rock. So he's holding that line. He's sweeping a lot.
Yeah, he'll actually pivot around and take the other side. And quite content in doing that. And he said to Mike and to the others, whatever you want me to do, I'm going to do. And you want me to throw second or brush and throw third stones? That's fine. It works.
If the first one curls
so far, it's worked here.
That goes deeper.
Yeah,
right behind the guard.
We would be sitting 2 at least.
Yep. His nose bad.
All right, let's go over to
His nose okay?
Nunavut and Sluchinski. What can he get back here? A couple?
Well, it's hard to tell. On his final stone, Shane Latimer went around. He actually went around on both. Those are his yellow stones in a row. It's a little bit deep, so he can come to the face. I think, though, if he taps it, Vic, it will not outcount the top one.
He's playing the in-off.
He's coming off his own, yes.
Holy crow.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think so. This might be for a couple, and that depends where that yellow is the back. Coming across, move it, and not far enough, but he'll get his single. You thought it was straight draw?
I thought it was. He was short on the first one, and it was the same path. It was the same ice they used for the draw.
Good shot. Really good. Great pair.
Throw hard. I think.
Would you ever try to go with after this double?
Oh, jeez. What am I throwing?
I don't know.
Like slat? No, I think we make this.
But then
peel weight.
Okay.
Wait. Peel weight, shade low.
The angle's so good, you'd like to hit and roll kind of in this way, but then it's an automatic jam. Then you're in trouble with Cooey having hammer here. So
Try that on my last.
I think he's going to try to throw a bullet, Joanne, and kind of sneak it off of this one.
Yeah, he's going to draw then.
Then he can roll in.
He won't draw.
Somebody offered up the feather double, but Mike declined.
They're really not much different. Yeah, I guess he would.
If he can make this roll, even get half under, that chase is hard. They're not seeing a ton of finish with the finesse weight, those hacks, those boards. So there's a little bit of space to roll to here. Just want to avoid that jam, though.
Yep. No. No. No.
Excellent.
No.
game for both teams. Both of them curling 91%. Flash.
You gotta go.
You got it? Sure enough, do. And well, you're going to spill that one. Oh, that's a key if you can get rid of that, and will not.
Easy double there.
So it will hang around.
Easy double there at least.
That was the danger.
Oh, that was made. Yeah.
You heard Flash say, there's a double left.
That was made kind of halfway.
We haven't seen too many hits over curl, and it just curled that extra quarter inch more than expected.
But maybe we get a blank. I don't think you want to roll behind the. I guess you could roll behind the button and then we'd play that.
Yeah. As long as we don't leave him a triple, I think it's good.
Yep. Okay. Well, I like board. That's kind of what I threw here 2 ends ago. Remember, I was trying to dig it under, and I was a little full too. I was a little heavy, but I think edge of rock should be good, no?
Yeah, I think so. I think best spot's probably edge with the guard, eh? Here?
Yeah, that'd be good. Or a long roll.
Yeah. Just don't want to get stuck here.
I don't hate the out. I mean, we saw him throw that double.
Yeah, whatever you like.
It's probably easier for you to call. I've thrown that in, so I know what
we've seen both. Whatever you're feeling. Board, eh?
Kevin.
Yeah, I'm not going to be heavy.
Okay.
Badly in this area by popping one out a little bit, or maybe a hair heavy. I heard him say it might have been a combination of both. So you can't nose this, obviously.
Kind of where I threw a little wider, where I threw that chase.
Yeah. Now it's probably hard hack.
That's what I'm trying to throw now.
Perfect.
It just has to get to the inside here.
I mean, I was a shade full, but I mean, I didn't even get to nose. So.
Yep.
You like this?
I do. Hard hack!
Yeah.
Almost board. Almost board.
Lead.
Whoa. Yep.
Whoa.
Go
yep.
shape.
Whoa.
Hard! Yes!
Staying with it.
Hard!
Now Martin as well with the carry. Can you get that
Long
roll?
roll.
Can you get that roll and roll it away? And they will to the back edge. Oh, but listen. Is there something sitting there? Is there anything there, do you think?
They haven't looked at it. It might be there at a million miles an hour triple, but the double's so easy too. Might be too flat, Joe.
I think that looks really flat to me, and the double is just a much easier shot. You go after the triple, and if you don't kill 2, then you're giving up 3.
Exactly.
Definitely there.
It's definitely there, he says.
There for me.
Do you try it?
It's pretty tough. I'm not sure I would have enough without firing it.
I mean, if you come off that yellow and right into the pocket.
Yes.
I think it's worth it, Kev. I'm killing 1, right?
Mike has been feeling it, though.
Yeah,
going after the quarter rock double.
Yeah.
For their 2 in the 4th end.
You like this at all? Yeah, it's debatably.
Yeah, I still think you can get rid of all 3.
No, it's borderline there for me.
Well, don't play it then.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to have enough juice to kick.
Well, one of the things that Colton Flash said is that when they asked Mike, he made a conscious decision that he would not interfere unless he really felt that there was a decision that was being made that might not be the best. And we heard Mike say, this is definitely a triple, but maybe not for me. And Colton Flash knows Mike and was suggesting a smarter shot.
And the other thing, as you mentioned earlier, they could easily try a shot that blows the roof off this place, but that's not the smart shot.
I'm going to throw the out. Okay.
I've thrown a lot in this.
On Stranger Things too. Just this is for this caliber of player, it's a shot he's going to make 92 times out of 100. Then Kevin can't roll very far.
It's good for him.
You know, he's inch and a half wide or something. It's a single.
Final Stone looking for the double.
No.
Whoa. Whoa.
Not a lick yet.
Whoa. Curl.
Not a lick yet. Here we go. Help it over. Oh, and he'll get them both. It came up just at the right time.
I got it. be scary.
Yeah, you're right, Vic. At the last second, it came up.
Probably.
And it didn't get there.
I know exactly where that throw is going every time.
Yeah.
You're a perfect board there.
Like your draw didn't do much in here.
No, it
He's
should.
taking with normal.
Yeah, I don't see this going crazy.
No, this is borderline max, but I don't like any less.
Yeah, nice board, Kev.
What was I there, board?
Board weight. Yep, that was board weight.
You like the way they framed it for him there?
Yeah, that was perfect. How it's going to run and exactly the weight he needs.
Final stone looking for 2.
Solid board.
Clean it. Whoa! Clean it.
Curl.
Coach A.
Curl. Clean.
Easy.
Clean.
Easy.
And that is good for a couple. So games are running into shape here for Cooey. He picks up a couple to retake the lead.
If you miss this, you're giving up 2.
Run it back, Wilkes. Can you hold it? Got it. You bet you do. And stuffs it underneath. Holding her last. Going after second shot. Run it back. Bang. Oh, and oh, goodness.
Wow.
Needs it here. As the crowd now starts to applaud. And it'll come to a crescendo now. So much pressure. Has to be the shot stone. Burgess. Lenentine. The crowd responding. Have to get it by. Oh, it rubs and rolls with it curling enough. No, it will not. Rachel Holman is going to win a 4th Canadian championship. And now Rachel Holman and the team from the Ottawa Curling Club put on the Maple Leaf for the World Women's Championship. Be played starting the 16th in Sydney, Nova Scotia. And some familiar names there on that right-hand side, of course. So it's Silvana Tirenzoni and Tabitha Peterson. Anna Hasselborg is back. It's going to be an interesting field. Lots of experience there internationally as Rachel Holman returns to the World Women's Championship. Welcome back on this Sunday afternoon, day 3 of our coverage. The Montana's Brier from Regina. Cooey gets his deuce. We go to 7. And Saskatchewan with the hammer. They have the last rock playing the Redstones. A couple of center line guards to go around.
Yeah, interesting how they end up being center guards. The very first rock was nibbling the rings. They actually had to measure to see if it was in. McEwen hit it dead on, and Cooey, being the veteran, guarded it to give you the 2 guards.
Go.
Saskatchewan replies with a nice split. Cooey through the guard, trying to get a force here.
Gouju bouncing back nicely, it appears, up 8-4 against Quebec.
Well, what really sticks out for me with this Quebec team is the real misfortune they had in the steal of 3, because otherwise Julien Tremblay and his team have made some wonderful shots. In this end, Brad Gouju faced 2 on his final stone, no chance of a double. And so it is the open stone that Julien's facing, chance for 2.
Yeah, that was the difference. 4 for Gouju in the second. Then that bad break really punched in the extra for a stolen third. There's 2. So yeah, making it a lot closer here against Gouju.
Yeah, 3 deuces for Quebec.
Their conversion rate right now at 50%, Quebec. Wow. So that's right where you want to be.
Running.
2 or more when you have the hammer.
It's good. Okay, curling now. Curling now. We're just behind the tee. Just behind. Yeah. 2 rocks behind the tee.
No.
Okay. 2 rocks back. Good. Good shot. Good. Nice. Slice it across.
Updating now the territories and Nova Scotia territories with the last draw.
Well, Matt Manuel played an up-weight shot on his final stone, and it couldn't have worked out worse. He scattered stones, but he left his thrown stone in the open. A chance for Jamie Cooey. It's a hit for 3.
Can't hurt. Clean. Well thrown. Away.
Wow, there you go, 3. They are curling 92% as a team, Jamie Cooey.
And have played well in all of their games.
They went 1-7 last year in London. All right, let's keep it going. Over to Sheet D now, and Alberta against Nunavut.
Well, Aaron Sluchinski hit on his final stone, but they are grouped, and so there is an opportunity here for the double for 2 for Shane Latimer.
1-2, and away they go. Wow.
Good shot. Took a little risk there. There was a port to go through.
It was looking like he was going to find it for a while, right?
There was no talking halfway down.
They beat Wade Kingdon in the December final. And as we mentioned last year, won their very first game, so trying to win one here too, and they're leading. And Kathy's out of breath.
I'll find some.
Okay.
Broom slam on our sheet. Saskatchewan rolled out on their nose hit attempt on the wings on the other side. They had a simple 2 setup. You work so hard to score those multiples, and every once in a while you get really big separation. It's just simply making those nose hits. And how often do you see a rollout, Russ? Just that.
Yeah, it's we talk about these striking bands being so lively, you can make all these shots. Well, the rollouts, a shot you can make too. Just a hair high side, they just take off.
Same weight.
Control.
Same weight.
Clean it.
I think we get in the habit of throwing like a 10-second hit at some of these, and when you have to hang around in that case to control your deuce, maybe give it to the brusher, still more like an 11 or a 12.
10-2.
Well, the World Wheelchair Championship going on in Korea as Canada picks up a win. So they're off to a great start, 3 straight, looking for a 4th world title. But it is the Chinese that are the dominant country right now in wheelchair curling. They have won 3 straight worlds. So we wish all the best to Mark Idison, Gil Dash, Ina Forrest, John Thurston, and Chrissy Molnar.
Almost normal.
Yeah, normal.
Clean. Wait. Whoa. Girl. Girl. Clean. You stick? Yeah.
I guess we're not really.
Same way as me. Go on board. Yeah.
What would Mike have done if that had rolled out? Think he would have gone around the center, top 8, or does he play the blank out?
Yeah, I think at this point, I mean, pretty happy with the blank. Take the hammer into the 8th end. You've got 2 hammers, so they're 1.
Probably a big board. Yep. We're good. Clean. Yep. Clean. Yep. Whoa. Oh, easy. Clean. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Clean. Yep. Great shot. Oh, nice weight. You can't roll anywhere.
Not much curl there.
Nice weight, Mike.
They're just like good normal.
No matter what, you'll have a flank.
Have a good go, a little less.
Yeah, they'll go for the roll to the center line now. The guard is so high, there might be a blank attempt anyways, even if this gets under, but it makes it a lot more challenging.
Oh, yeah.
That's good normal. Whoa. Girl. Good throw.
And we'll roll it to the edge of the 8. So looking for the blank. and then take the hammer to the all-important even eighth.
Seems to be getting that little bit straighter.
Oh, easy. Clean. Yep. Clean. Yep. 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 Yep.
Yep.
Yep.
Clean. Flash will nurse it down, and we'll put a blank on the board. First blank for Saskatchewan in the event. 4-3 Cooey. Carrick Martin throwing the lead stones for the Alberta team of Kevin Cooey out of the Glencoe Club in Calgary. As they play Saskatchewan, Mike McEwen from the Nutana in Saskatoon on this Sunday afternoon. Day 3 coverage of the Montana's Brier. As we go to the 8th, after the blank in 7, it is Saskatchewan that does have the last rock. They have the hammer here in 8, playing the Redstones.
Bold move here, I think, from Mike McEwen. Kevin Cooey's, he's been there, done that. He threw that second rock in the rings here for a reason. McEwen's going to throw up the second corner guard, which you could argue how many corner guards you need to score a 2. That's what he's looking for. Now, you've got one in the button, one top 12. Team Alberta will throw a center guard, and McEwen's going to have to make a couple doubles here to open up these corners.
I'm guessing it's all about it's the 8th, right?
I really want that multiple. And the problem with only one corner guard is if they would have addressed these rocks in the rings instead of throwing up the second one, all of a sudden one miss and then all the rocks are gone and it's another blank end. So I don't mind it. And especially Mike might be okay with taking the one here.
If he can open up the front.
Looks heavy. Yeah, it's tight.
Tight.
It's not it.
Wow.
No.
We're sweeping low.
That'll help the 2 corner guard idea.
Did they hit that early with the brush?
Just for a millisecond, I think, at the start, as soon as he let it go.
Because Cooey seems to be suggesting that they may have killed it early.
Either control does it. Control.
But isn't it
down normal? Down normal. Okay. Yep.
one missed guard?
Yep.
And now McEwen has his out here.
Yeah,
right?
that's just it. I was questioning, is the 2 guards a good idea? Now I'm loving the 2 guards because that's deep.
Yeah, if that guard is 6 feet lighter, there's a lot of work to do for Saskatchewan.
Ton of work, yep.
Kevin Marsh. Now what do you got? Here we go. 1, 2, and we'll get rid of 2 of them and then leave their stone out in front just off center line. So that control zone is being controlled right now by Saskatchewan.
Heel out.
Looks like
Third. Should run right where you throw it.
Half rock double here. Try to get rid of both corners.
Curl.
As we watch Goche, and he will make the double as we check in on the territories in Nova Scotia.
Well, Nova Scotia being forced in this end. You can see it is 3 that currently he faces. 4 foot is needed.
Matt Manuel.
That was still there, though. A little bit of
ranked
room
the
on
number
this,
30th team, 30th on the Canadian team ranking system out of the Halifax Curling Club.
Line's great, guys. You're on the back.
He's had his draw weight, Kathy, 95% on his draws so far.
Well, this is not a Nova Scotia team that is struggling. They probably are wondering what they have to do.
To even it up at 4.
Yeah. Curl. Whoa, straight. Whoa, curl. Whoa. Good shot. Good. Nice.
And rolls it over to the edge of the 8.
I got a 15-7 on his guard.
Maybe showing on that wide outturn side.
Hack. Is this gonna move?
Not too much.
I see a
no.
little.
A little. I see a little. I see a little.
Hey, the hair more.
Tyler's in-turn, it should help a little bit on this shot. A little bit more finish. Coming from, everybody talks about, well, you can change your delivery to match up with a righty, but you're coming out of a different hack. That's part of the problem. There's a different angle to begin with.
Whoa. Clean.
Well, we know that it's
Whoa. Girl. Yep. No. You
Mark
do not
Kennedy
need to
worked
sit
very
there
hard
Straight.
to be more adaptable, right? So he looked almost like a right-hander coming out.
That's what he tried to do, yeah.
I think you play this. Sure.
Okay, let's do it.
Hack. Solid hack. Hack, okay.
He just threw down here. So he was pretty gentle here.
A blank in 7 means that Team Canada and Guju do have the hammer playing 9 and up by 2 on Quebec.
Solid? No, it's good.
No,
Okay.
no,
Good.
no. Good. Whoa.
Okay.
Right off.
Right off.
Curl.
Weight's
Close.
good.
Curl.
Weight's good.
Curl.
Daniel Marsh.
Curl.
And gets to the
Oh,
nose.
nice weight. Weight was good.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah. Okay.
Just couldn't get across the nose. Outstanding games for both Flash and Tardy.
I think a little fooled by the lefty here, because all the way down, you could tell by the brushing call, they thought they had it. It just did nothing.
Pretty hard. Clean.
Yeah, an in-turn will always curl a little bit more than an out-turn. Just not as sharp of an angle as the out-turn.
Especially nowadays where a lot of the curlers will pop it a bit to keep it on line.
Across the nose this time. Nope. Sits right there, too. Wow, this is going begging here. He's going to get the roll.
I was wondering if you'd ever see Mike McEwen just call the draw.
Yeah,
Come around, and you got a little bit of room to work with. You'll be difficult to remove, even if it's just a piece buried, if it's above the tee line.
I agree. He threw 2 corner guards for a reason. All of a sudden, he's trying to blank.
Easy hack.
I mean, make the roll, it's a great result, but it might be easier to draw there.
Maybe now. Maybe now. Can they have to get sneaking? Can you roll this underneath? Oh, finally somebody does, and Colton Flash makes the roll.
There you go. Good call, Mike.
Yeah.
Shot out of boy.
Really nice shot.
Yeah, there we go.
Whoa. Easy hack. Yep. Hard.
This is what this team is doing really well. They're just learning from every shot, and they're just getting a handle on the ice. They might miss one, but then they make the next one. They don't continue to miss and miss and miss. They share that information. That's why they're doing so well right now.
Yeah, I can't agree more. That's all these teams are really good.
I mean, the worst is
just going to figure it out first.
Throwing this and this not going, right?
Yeah.
Or the freeze, but still it doesn't. Whatever I play, I got to make here. I mean, I don't have to throw a gun, but...
You see the outturn peel, don't you? It's Kevin Cooey. I know he struggled with the outturn so far.
However you want to throw it.
I'm okay with the freeze too, but...
Yeah, I like this.
And the problem with the corner freeze around a guard, it's literally only one spot that rock can be. Perfect line, perfect weight. Run back's not easy either.
No.
Oh, the other thing, too, he's only thrown the 1 draw. Right? It was very early. It was good draw. It was perfect. But he's only thrown 1.
Yeah, at its 8th end, the in-turn draw would be coming through the slide path. Is it slowing down a foot or 2? Who knows? It's a bit more of a guess. I would think this is his better chance, albeit difficult.
Skip Stones. Here in 8.
Yep. Oh, yes. Whoa.
Tardy calling line.
Yep. Whoa. Curl.
Now, Gauthier, help this over. Here we go. Got it. And it will spill.
Just a couple of licks of the broom too soon, I guess. Good shot,
So you
though.
trying to roll it like big, or?
Well, I want to get this to here.
Oh, here we go. Another split.
Yep.
Can't sweep those, eh?
Yeah, it's tough to not back them up. Oh, yeah.
Back line.
Okay.
You have to understand whoever's throwing the person's release, how hard it's coming down. It's so straight now. You and I have talked about getting maybe even straighter. I think Tyler just had to stay off that a second longer.
And it's one of those things where a few licks of sweeping can back it up.
It's amazing.
So you never know how much it's going to back up when you call the sweeping.
Really a well-played game by both teams, both thirds, both skips. And it's a 4-3 lead. Alberta on the board. Player numbers brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
I see the split being made, but can you stop a double?
He's going to try to get maximum separation here. Not hard to get both rocks on the rings, but you want to push the guard as far over as you can and roll your shooter as far over.
How do you like that? 89 and a 90, and now 93% for Mike McEwen.
Whoa. It's great. Curl. Clean. Straight. Hard.
Really took off.
Hard.
And they held this now. Here we go. One goes there, and the other one goes there, and there you sit, too.
Okay. Good shot. I think we give it a go. Quarter rock. The blanker deuce. So.
Just kind of jumped over on him. I mean, it's a nice spot to be in when you're trying to perfect that split.
I thought he threw it the way he had to in that spot.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't gonna flare it.
Yeah.
You know the other skips feeling it when they're mad that they made the shot but could have made the double even harder, right?
Yeah, exactly. This is not a gimme here.
So the risk is giving up 2 anyway. Why would you not play the one edge of the in the foreground, edge of the 8, and try to roll it over and in behind, or is that not a play?
Yeah, I guess it's safer that way, but he just doesn't want to give up 2. And
all right, here we go. Final stone Cooey. Very, very thin. Got to come across here. Quarter of a stone. They were talking 1. Have you got it? No, it'll slide across the top.
Kevin likes to play the out turn on those. It would have been an easier shot with the in turn. Hit a lower. You hit it exactly the same spot with the in turn. You would have made that at a 20% different angle. Wow.
Should I go wider or is that good? I think that's good.
No, that's good.
Just personally, when you're crossing a rock and you're only aiming at an inch or so, it's hard to be narrow.
15 fast.
Just seen it on his run back, so he probably had a good idea of how it was going to run, but right, that higher roll when you come across the face like that.
He literally hit it in the right spot if that was an intern.
Good
Final stone here. Listen to the crowd now.
Yeah, a little bit. Good pound.
Here we go. Open draw. Needs
Line's good.
piece of the paint for 2.
Line's good. 14-8. We're there.
Saskatchewan and McEwen
I'm going to put that on the line.
pick up 2 more.
Just so you know. I just need to know later. Yeah, that was button weight.
Alberta down by 1. Kevin Cooey and the team from the Glencoe Club in Calgary. Trailing Saskatchewan. Welcome back. As we see it, is how you see it at home here from the Brandt Center in Regina. Our 3rd day of coverage. Montana's Brier. So Kevin Cooey with the hammer. We go to 9, playing the Yellowstone. Karek Martin.
It's that classic situation now for the team with hammer. You either want 2 or you want a blank. Get that single and tie it up without coming home.
Wait only.
Not the situation you want to be in, but oftentimes you see the team go so hard. Yeah. They're 2, sometimes they end up giving up a steal.
Yeah, no. Or the opposite, where in this case McEwen tries so hard to force, he forces him to 3.
Okay. Lock this right on. Yeah, that was 15. Okay. Come for it.
Yeah, it's the perfect scenario for the fans, not them.
When does Cooey maybe decide not to go hard here and go for the blank? What would you be looking for?
Yeah, you look for the cleanup shot, for the run in the middle, to open it up, try to bail.
Gotta go. Come on, lean on it. Come on.
They have to make that call pretty early, usually.
Yep, gotta get to it. Come on. Yep, good.
So at this point in time, they're committed to it, do you think? To play for the deuce, Russ?
No, I think it could still change yet.
All right, let's drop in on Alberta and Nunavut, Kathy.
Well, there were no good angles for Shane Latimer on his final stone. He faced 3 in the 4-foot. He tried to play the slash sideways. He did get rid of 1, but left Aaron Sluchinski lying 2. And so this is a draw for 3.
Out of the Airdrie Curling Club, the Alberta champions.
Yes.
As mentioned earlier, they beat Cooey in the provincial final. And there's your 3, and they fought their way back after giving up an early 4, a steal of 1, from 5-1 down to tie it now at 8.
Oh my God. Starting ours.
It's not getting any swingier.
Right?
Everything seems to be missed.
You throw a higher
fraction
guard.
high
I
side.
like a high guard.
Guarding the
Guard your rock is put there.
Okay, well, it gives him a little.
You can show him a piece, but ideally you don't. Okay.
They gotta go on that, I think.
That's fine.
Pretty nice situation for McEwen.
Easy on the line if you can. Gotta go to get it over. Come on,
A
hard
lot of work to do to blank.
Line's not good.
I don't see a 2 at the moment.
It's over. It's over, guys. You can curl this. You can definitely curl it. It's good. Hard, Dan, hard. It's good. Hard. Just leave it. Whoa. Leave it. That's good. Okay. Good. Good spot.
Good. Looks like they double PO. Could have got off.
It's a great spot.
Kind of forced to. Make some noise.
You're looking at 1 or maybe getting them both?
Trying for both.
Slight angle will help.
Yep. Well.
Jacques Gauthier.
Gotta go. Hard.
Here we go.
Oh!
And will make a lot of noise. Makes a lot of noise. Gets everything out of the rings. Leaves up a center card belonging to Saskatchewan. Leaves up a corner belonging to Alberta.
Almost saved their own rock, too.
It's still going to be fast here. Yeah. I think it's 50.
Now, blank in play.
Yeah, it is, but there's still a couple guards that McEwen can hide behind. I think, to your point, that's Cooey's flipped the switch. I think he's thinking blank now.
I got damn close.
It can change again, right? It's like there's rocks that can help either team here.
It's good.
Yeah, I think with this Saskatchewan centerline guard, it's so tight to the rings. If this is made, I'd expect to see it run back.
Top 4. Line's good.
It's good.
Top 4. Yep. Line's good. Top 4. Line's good. Line's good. Top 4. Top pin. Top pin. Top pin.
Good shot.
Yeah, just top of the button, just not quite to the pinhole.
Seen it this way, but
Talk so much about Colton Flash and his hitting ability. His draw weight is really strong.
Got all 3 games, too.
I love the
He's played very well.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Yes. Hard.
Tardy's first, and he'll get 2, and another corner up for Cooey. Boy, it goes without saying, it's a great weapon. And I mean, just what you can bail, the amount of trouble you can get out of Joe by a shot like that.
Yeah, and those run backs are hard. You're running back the opposition stone, so usually in a run back you're just happy to connect, but you have to connect and spill everything. It's so precise.
And now the advantage is if this gets buried, you're running back your own color.
Yeah, and the shooter rolled off the center line too, so there's some space to work with for Team Cooey.
Top 4. Gotta go. Top 4. Gotta go. T. Light good. T. Light good.
T-line.
T.
T-line.
Back four. Back four.
Well,
That's okay. Back four is not the end of the world. That's okay. Leave it. Just leave it. It's definitely buried.
And buried it is, but it slides back
Sorry. Definitely quicker there.
of the 8 foot.
It's a nice position.
I don't see anything else.
Might just draw. Just straight draw.
So it might force Cooey to change gears.
Probably just a freeze. Might.
You think we could chase it wide with just killing weights? I guess he's still freezing anyway.
Yeah, there's no, I mean. The only other thing is that, but I mean, unless you stick it, he's going to be.
Even if you stick it, he's still drawing.
He's going to draw on us, yeah, eventually.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if we don't make some noise here, it's.
Is this splittable?
Right, I think that's the hardest shot, and we're not even sure.
I think you got to play the come around somewhere, Joe. You change gears
I mean,
again.
If you make a good draw, what's
4-4 as they play in 8. And I see a lot of yellow in there. That belongs to Nova Scotia.
Well, the 2 stones are a problem for Jamie Cooey because even if he comes down to the face of the stone that is biting the top of the 4 foot thrown by Matthew Manuel, he will not outcount the stone at the back. So electing to ignore both of them, trying to lop around, he needs full 4 to score.
91% on his draw so far, Jamie Cooey. So going with the percentages possibly here. Unless they try to drag this in. They need a full 4 though. Full 4.
Great sweep.
Oh, that is just enough.
Got a little nervous at full sweeping that one.
Wow, for the single. Good.
Great throw.
He's playing so well this year.
3 runs in a row?
You mean freeze? I don't love the freeze. If you're drawing, you might as well try and bury it to shot.
Exactly.
I'm fine with that too. Yeah, I think that might be our shot back, Kev. Just get like just full 8. What does he do?
Probably
Freezes the back one, or freezes ours? I mean, if he's ever heavy, we make the double and roll. He's just giving us 2, right? That's probably our shot.
We're having to make everything real hard just to get a blank right now.
Like it's either the run or the chase personally.
They talked about chasing that one. I think that's very hard. They talked about running it back, but you almost have to stick it. And even if you did, you're going to see McEwen do that. So why not just beat them in and either put one here or put one there and put the heat on your opponent.
Feather that, right?
Yeah.
Chase looks pretty makeable.
Whatever you like. If you like this.
Yeah.
I don't think Tyler liked the draw.
No. Interesting.
Remembering that Tyler, as a very successful junior, used the bullet almost exclusively. He shied away from the draw, and that is a strength. However, sometimes... ...
And interesting too, because he has been good on his draws, 100% on 3 of them.
Whoa! Yes! Whoa! 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 Whoa!
And no, he just did. He just touched it on the way by, and just maybe it's a little more buried now.
Just such a low percentage shot. I don't care how good you are.
Good try.
You could tell halfway down they liked it and still missed it. Tough blank now.
Just kisses the red on the way by. Hear it.
Man, it kicked so far right when he hit it.
Yeah, just a little smooch. I'm surprised he wasn't overruled, though. I mean, I'm surprised Cooey didn't say, this is what I want.
They have 2. They have 2, but you know, you bury it. McEwen's got to play yellow onto yellow.
Then we can freeze it.
What if you just go right here?
Then he freezes.
Yep. Yeah, you have to make it above the tee. Right here, then he's got to hit and roll, and then we can freeze.
No,
I think this is the call, or this is the call.
We could be wide open.
Well,
this works too, Mike.
Hit and roll. Hit and roll.
Not really, I guess. It's a high guard. He's going to have a bit of a chase.
I'd rather him play a hit and roll than a chase, or than freeze.
Like if you're behind this guard,
he's got to be so perfect on the hit and roll.
It's really a question of, are we drawing here?
Yeah.
Or are we drawing here?
What about like right here?
Well, that's what I was
Has
sort
to
of.
hit it.
Yeah.
You got to make a perfect hit and roll.
Hit and roll again. You know.
He does.
It's the hardest shot.
Right here.
Okay, let's do it.
Easier than a freeze that's buried.
We can ask Brent if you want.
Now we got another end to go here.
I think this is a great spot right here. Full 8.
Right here. And we for sure don't want to go around this one. You guys.
Well, I think that forces his hand.
Obviously, he's going to do that.
That forces his hand to make that.
Yeah. You got to take that out of play, Dan.
Yeah. Right here.
Right there, Mike. 100%.
I think they go around the left guard. Cooey's playing the run back. If you're ever successful with the run back double, now the blank end's still available. I think this makes so much more sense, Joanne, to go buried around the right-hand corner.
I don't even mind.
Blank 7, blank 8. And Team Canada continues
Mike,
to lead there by 2 with last rock against Quebec.
He's behind the team when he rolls.
Talked about coming around, but staying open, not burying.
Yeah, interesting.
I kind of like getting buried
I
there.
do too.
You know he's probably going to be chasing anyways.
Yeah. It's Kevin Cooey. He can make the hit and roll.
Look how steep that double is.
It's still steep.
And if he makes it,
Well, if we bite the T line, it's perfect, isn't it? Full 4?
Full 4. Okay.
Full 4!
Full 4 foot.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, this spot here, flash you through this draw.
Yeah.
But
It's like this is that lightning stuff. It's a little less than that.
Yeah. How's that ice?
I think you could pour. That's good. That'll never overcook.
Not quite as fast as the out.
Not
Correct.
quite.
Skip Stone's in 9. 5-4, Saskatchewan leads it. Mike McEwen and his first.
Okay, easy.
Take a look, Dan.
Easy, guys. It's running.
Running, yep.
Running okay.
Weight's good.
Okay, line.
We're to the T.
Oh, well then.
Just T.
That's not great.
I know. It's
So
got to
let's
stop.
sit.
It's got to stop.
Let's sit. Looks
stop.
pretty
No,
good.
it's good. It's good. It's good.
Whoa. Yep,
And
yep, good.
Full 4 is what they got. So
Where you wanted it.
it is kind of odd to me anyway why you wouldn't play behind the tighter guard.
That's what you said in the
came
hack.
down.
Yeah, I think Colton was adamant that the hit rolls very hard, and it is. But maybe if they buried it and they were light, it's just really another guard, or if they're a little heavy, it's buried bad too. So I think
Does that really matter?
there's a little less chance of Cooey getting 2 this way, but there's still a chance.
Ultra thin. I don't know how he sticks it, but yeah.
Good throw.
But then I go around. He's got a free crack at the run blank. So yeah.
I think it's okay.
Yeah.
A little hard.
Yeah, weight's
Not
good.
bad. Whoa, Kurt.
Weight's good.
Whoa.
Girl.
Well, it was an early loss, of course, that first draw to Sluchinski.
Straight. Hard.
He's going to have to run the table from here.
No roll.
And now where are you going to go
Kevin.
sit down? And will it? It
Good.
does. They are shot rock. Is it open on that intern side, though?
No, it's not, but it's behind the tee line. But Kevin
Tries to
couldn't do
lead.
too much better than that beautiful throw. I think back to the previous call for McEwen, he's now made his last shot harder.
Yeah, I mean, it is behind the tee line, so a little bit of room to work with for this come around. It's got to be buried and shot. Doesn't necessarily have to be glued to it.
Right. Be quick here.
Mike McEwen and his last. You want to be down
Hey,
to
line's
it.
good.
You want to be right on the corner of it.
Line's good. Up there.
Right on the nose.
Line's good.
Flash.
T-line. Weight's pretty good too.
We're there.
Clean.
Line's good.
Yeah.
We're there.
Daniel Marsh beside him.
Room. We're there.
Clean it. Yep. Clean it. Line. Line's good.
Oh, it's starting to bust really quickly. Got to find that guard. And now put it on that corner.
Hard.
How's that? What do you think of that? Oh, how do you like me now?
Mike McEwen. Wow.
Hello. Team. Room. We're there.
Clean it.
Yep.
Clean it.
Line. Line. Hard line.
Just really well managed. Sweepers know exactly where that's going.
Hard.
Perfect line. What a shot.
Timeout's been called.
It's hard to get behind any guards out here.
Yeah.
Like, I think you're better off to get 2 good guards and get around it than getting around corner guards. Can't invent a shot, eh? This never touches, eh?
No, I don't think so.
You think it does?
Well, if we're not trying to take one, I might as well try it. I guess I can hit it high side and do that.
I don't think it ever hits it.
I don't think it does. I think the guard would have to be over here.
Well, what do you guys want to be?
What do you think, Kev?
I don't mind down 2.
I don't like our chances of getting 3.
I think they're too good. Well, yeah.
I don't either, but I don't mind the ice hitting
they're
an
really
extra
good at
hand.
the double peels too, so it's kind of just pick your poison.
Well, if we're playing it that way, this will essentially be an extra end, right?
It's whatever you think, Kev. I'm on board with whatever you like.
It's like our odds of getting 2 at least.
I can't do this. I can't do this.
That's probably just there, yeah. You might still just get 1 out of that, though. I don't know if you can spin the 8.
Might as well just hit what you see.
But it's just for 1, right? That's just for 1.
Probably just for 1.
You can't see any.
Okay. Whatever you like, Kev.
What do you think?
I don't think the run's doing anything for us.
I can't hear you.
I just don't think the run's the shot. It's either draw or chuck it through.
The draw for 1 has to be the play, does it not? First of all, you heard Kevin. A real key thing is Kevin said, it's hard to get around the corners.
Yeah.
So that if you don't have hammer and you're trying to get 3, how are you going to get around the corners? Where you get to throw 2 centers, I know it's Mike McEwen, but 2 centers, you can definitely get to the middle.
14-6.
Yep. So same speed. Right hand.
Line's good.
Well, he went through all the options. This is just his second draw of the game. Comes here in 9. He didn't like his chances of getting 3 if you chuck it through and give him 1, right? So this is, you give him, you get your single, go to 10, and you look to steal, Joe.
Shot, Kev.
And that was what they'll try and do now. Get the single, tie it at 5, but Saskatchewan McEwen will have the last drop coming home. Now, sitting shot rock at the back edge. That appears to be Quebec.
It is shot stone, and so for Brad Gushue trying to make the double tap to get to that stone, tap it back for multiple points.
Leading 8-6
Yep.
against Quebec and Julien Tremblay.
Yes!
Harden.
Oh, curl!
Walker now help it over. Here we go. 1, 2, and no. And it will be that one. Steal a 1, Quebec. So here we go on this Sunday afternoon. Our coverage of the Montanas, Brier. A 5-5 tie, and Saskatchewan looking to win their 3rd in a row. Do have the last rock coming home, playing the Red Stones against Alberta and Kevin Koo.
Eli, it's the same, eh?
I like Kevin's concept that he was saying it's going to be hard to score 3 if we give 1 away because it's hard to get around the corner guards. It's very difficult. So he's playing the surface. That's a brilliant veteran move. In this case, he said, we can throw up 2 guards and get around outside in, but they only threw up 1 guard. They decided to have Kark come in and play a freeze, meaning there's only 1 Alberta guard out there, and then Kark was a fraction heavy. Not a lot to work with for Cooey.
Line's good, hard.
Tardy and Martin
Be here.
on the stone from Jacques Gauthier.
Yep.
And enough. Yes. Shot stone for the moment.
Perfect throw.
What a great sweep. 14-9. 10th end.
Right down the middle.
That's nice speed. And a good throw by Jacques. You want to use your sweepers here. It's better to be a foot light than a foot heavy. Really smart throw.
Come on, Ty! Yep.
Good shot.
Yep.
Oh.
Great shot.
Just paper thins that center guard.
What's the call, Kev?
That McEwen red is in a wonderful spot to come in off of. There's enough room past the guard. You can throw pretty good speed and come off that if you have to.
More kick, no out. Up button. Nice kick. Keep it out there. Hard line.
Maybe a touch more, said Gauthier.
Go. Right here. Go. Let's go.
Tardy again with a big carry.
Go. Keep going, bud. All you got.
And all they caught was to the top 8. Center path, huh?
Yeah, I think Jock did the exact right weight, but maybe it was a hair narrower and got into that slower area a hair sooner. Still great there. It's just maybe a foot or so.
5-4 Territories leading Nova Scotia.
Well, and he's in tough again. Jamie Cooey hit on his final stone and lie. Those 2. I think he's trying to get through the hole, of which it is very small.
So maybe just a little rub and roll in, or just a straight draw, do you think?
If he can get through the hole, that's ideal, but he does have the room, if he is close, Vic, to come off the outside.
Matt Manuel and the team from the Halifax Curling Club down by 1, still looking for win number 1.
Okay, still close.
Halfway.
Whoa.
2/3.
Jeffrey Marr, Nick Zakarnak, Luke Saunders calling the line in the house as they put up the center guard. Little rub, little roll, and not there. And it's going to be a 1 for sure.
1 for sure.
Thank you. And I think it is just a single. First glance. Here we go. Flash, and he rips that center.
It's close, but it looks red to me. Yeah, it does. Put a stick on it if you want. Yeah.
So they'll do a measure, and we'll update you. 1 for sure stolen point for the Territories. Tyler Tardy.
I think line's good. Easy, just clean.
They've conceded the 2.
Yeah, they have. It's 2 then. Stolen 2 for Cooey and 9.
Stay with the cart. Yep, cart. Get across. Yep. Get across. Keep going. Really good. Perfect. Sweet. Great pair, bud. Great pair. Clean. Yep. Easy on that. Great. Clean. Oh, no. Clean. You can see it. I want to clean.
All right, Russ, play this through. What's going on here?
Well, Kevin, I think has to guard in this case. They wanted to be shot rock, but they managed to get it buried, so he's going to guard this the first time, assuming Mike peels, and that's a bit of an assumption. I think, you have to move that red one. Just maybe nose it.
Pretty similar to what it's been.
It's no different than the draw.
And Nunavut
and
Shane Latimer have picked up 2 in 9 to lead Alberta and Sluchinski, but the Alberta skip from the Airdrie Curling Club does have the hammer coming home. Skip Stones here in this 10th.
Here late?
I didn't have light.
Okay.
More room, Jock.
Halfway tight.
Easy line.
2/3.
Stay with it.
Easy line.
Hold it, hold it.
Halfway.
Easy line. Halfway. Card.
Gotta go.
Easy.
Gotta go.
Gotta go, Card.
Not a lot of
Gotta go.
speed. They got to get this to curl.
Gotta go.
Hard, Card.
Need to fully cross the line here.
Not too tight.
That's good.
Now you can see a corner, Joe. Do you go after the Cooey Stone in the 8?
I think the chase is there. I don't know if you have to play it, though, if you're McEwen. You peel this guard. Like Russ was saying, you'll see Kevin Cooey probably knows the red on the outside, and then you've got the 4-foot for the win, and that's all you can ask for as a skip.
That's right.
Might see Cooey could play a little tap on his yellow, tap it to the button, but they always have that red to come off of.
That red was put in a good spot right at the start of the end.
Yeah, you chase that yellow top 8-foot, then Cooey can make a better one around the guard. That's the most complicated end result, so rip this off.
Mike McEwen and his first.
Just clean, Floss. Clean.
And we'll rip that guard.
We got our timeout, right? Yeah, take it.
So 2 skips who have found their game, but it was those late ends. McEwen with a wonderful freeze to force Cooey to a single. We're sitting here at 5-5, and the game really now is in McEwen's hands. He does have the last rock. Game story brought to you by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue.
Going to see Kevin maybe get it into that type of area, kind of an edge on edge. I think I'd rather, if I'm Kevin, I don't want to roll to there and make it a nose hit. If you could just get it into this situation. And then Mike's got to play maybe an out turn and stay. And you know how things run so straight. He could draw too. But if just tease him on the out turn, because it's a very straight spot. We've watched so many rocks under curl. Brad Jacob nearly gave up a game on this similar types of situation.
Just clock. 5 seconds as he crosses the tee line. Final stone for Cooey.
Whoa, Jock.
Girl.
Clean. Whoa.
Clean.
Girl.
Whoa. Straight.
Help it over.
Straight.
Now carry it.
Girl.
Martin. What a managed stone this is. My gosh. And he got that little roll just to the top 4.
Pretty nice. You can't nose it now, though. Maybe rolled a little too far.
Timeout been called by Saskatchewan. All right, let's go over to final stone coming up here, Kathy. Canada looking to go 2-1.
Well, that stone that you see that is shot, that was Julien Tremblay's final stone, and it is good enough for the tie unless Brad Gushue can get to the 4-foot.
83% on his draws so far in this game, and needing some bite of the red. Leading by 1, 8-7. The 5-time winner.
14-7. Good enough.
And it will settle down for one more. And Team Canada will win it, make the final 9-7 to improve their record to 2-1. And Quebec and Julien Tremblay now 1-2. And feeling better about their game, it looks like.
Yeah, when it wasn't curling there at the hog line, I was like, oh, there's great to overdo it.
No.
Hey? Good with the draw, though, too.
No, I don't mind it. Stayed low, right?
Doesn't look that enticing. I like it. Yeah.
This is what Kevin was hoping for. They've got to throw some weight here. Is it cannot, they knows this, they lose. So they have to get to the inside, kick it over here and try to kick that over, leaving the red one a little bit closer. And as I said before, Mike's got a tuck delivery, little in-out motion, which he's done all his life. He'll know that, but you can't tick the top one. You could easily see Mike missing this high side. I thought they'd draw.
This is a really precise hit. My only thought is just we haven't seen a lot of draws on that other side of the sheet, on the left-hand side as you look at it.
It's a bit of space here, but boy.
He's thrown 7 draws, and he's been perfect on every one. He's 100% on his draws.
He made the perfect freeze. Yeah, I know. I'd be tempted to draw. Dealer's choice, right?
Where did everybody go? It's gotten really quiet in here. In a 5-5 tie, right now it is Cooey sitting 2.
Good. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Yep.
Now Flash has got him. Here we go. Flash has got him. What do you got? Flash has got him. Here we go. You got it? Oh, no. It's got to spin a little more. Spin a little more. Is it coming back? No. It'll be a win. Saskatchewan.
Oh, you actually racked and got away with it.
Wow.
Are you done? Out of Vienna. Make the final 6-5. 3 straight wins for Saskatchewan.
Nearly impossible that way to hit that yellow and not have the yellow go. Whoa.
One and 2 now for the 4-time winner, Cooey. As we go over quickly, last now, Sluchinski down by 2, Kathy.
Well, a flash by Shane Latimer to light 2 on his first one has really switched this around. Just needs to make it go away.
And away it goes, and there they are, the winning points.
He hit the guard.
He did.
4 of them in 10. And Sluchinski battles back after being down 5-1 to pick up the win. 12-10. So they go to 2-0. Latimer winless now in 2.
The 2024 Montana's Brier is proudly presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. By Kruger Products, the softest and strongest supporters for over 40 years. By BKT Tires, growing together. And by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada.
Well, just one game remains on the ice Sunday afternoon here at the Montana's Brier, and it's Jamie Cooey and the team from Yellowknife with a record of 1-1 playing Nova Scotia. And the team from the Halifax curling up, skipped by Matt Manuel. And here we are, 7-4. And we're playing in 10, and Manuel does have the last rock playing the Yellowstones, Kathy.
Well, he went around the guard, and it is buried. And so for Jamie and his team, they took a timeout, concerned about the number of Yellowstones building up, and have elected to remove the stone at the back of the house that is open.
Timeout being called by Nova Scotia. They've got 2 left, and they've got to make them count.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. They make it hard to get out after. I'm just not sure how it helps.
That'll be something, huh?
I want a hoodie like that.
Got people.
Do you think you could
this too?
Got people thinking maybe, just maybe. A first win since Folk. Off to a great start. 3 straight, Saskatchewan.
The only other shot's the long hit and roll, but he'll still just be playing the same shot to give me nothing. It's just the same thing. He's just drawn there. So I feel like I'm going there and hoping for a miss is honestly the best chance.
I don't know if we have this right now because that one is it's hard to stick that.
Fair.
I think this is your only shot.
Okay.
Kim with all those years, of course, with Colleen Jones. Also won a Canadian and World Senior with
trying to hit in the right
Colleen.
spot. I'm just kind of trying to do this. Maybe I need a little harder. 9.5.
9.5. So you're just playing it straight, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go 9.
I think you play the come around
9,
if
2/3.
Okay.
this double is makeable and you can hang on, and I'm not sure you can, Joanne. I think you might roll over to this type of area, because if you sink one, Cooey doesn't get it out of there, then you've got the double for the 3 to tie the game. But
Yeah, I think
can you
it's,
make that double and
I think
stay?
it's too hard to keep your shooter, maybe with lightweight, but you got to spill both rocks. So well thought out.
Yep.
It's a long roll. It's not easy, but I think it's the only option.
9, I can at least make
The only
the
other
hit.
thing would be a perfect freeze. And the roll is buried.
Second appearance
Curl.
at the Brier. Last year,
Close.
they went 3 and 5 in London.
Straight.
Zacharnak Nick.
Hard. Right on
And then
top.
Matt Meyer will roll it over on top. And now Cooey make one disappear.
A lot of weight for that roll, and they protected a bit. Someone
Let's
got
do
it
a
to
job on
curl.
that. Pretty good throw. It's a pretty good throw.
I mean, if you didn't get it off that, it's going into that. One of them's going, eh?
Right there. Let's go, bud.
Peel this either way. If you throw the out turn and you miss the red one, you might jam on that right hand red. So kind of forces Jamie to go in turn peel. And it will be a peel.
Half rock, go over the top.
It's too bad.
Just one win in London a year ago. You have to go back to 2012 for a 2-1 start for Cooey.
Gotta go.
Gotta go with it. Where's it gonna go? And oh goodness. Is this gonna hang around? Sure enough, it will. Wow.
Kidding me. Seen this a couple times. I think the speed should be the same.
Wow.
Hey, boys.
No kidding. Tried to throw it so hard, when he shoved it tight.
And so now the draw is here for 3.
Still fine. Yeah, like you only need to fight the 8 foot, right?
Oh yeah. The Blue Nosers now have a chance to tie it. Glenn Kennedy throwing the third stones for the team from Yellowknife.
Line's good.
That was Max.
Line's good.
Running a little.
Line's good.
Nate's full 8.
15-1. Big clean down, guys. Big clean down.
Luke Saunders calling line, and there it is. Wow.
3.
To score 3 means we're going to go one more. Cooey and Manuel.
I really think we need to just not get ahead of ourselves. This year it really feels like we're a little bit more than the sum of our parts. We're playing well, we're having a pile of fun, and that's been translating to a good season.
That team is so consistent. One key miss, and that's what seals up the win for them. So we have to bring our A game to beat these teams, and hopefully we can be in the top 2 or 3 in our pool at the end of the week.
So we'll see Brendan Botcher tonight against Scott Howard, skipping the Ontario team with his dad, of course, out with knee injuries. When we join you again, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, it is Ontario against Alberta's Botcher. It will be all the teams from Pool A, and the only team not playing tonight will be Matt Dunstone from Manitoba at 1-1. So we go to an extra now in this one. We've got the Territories, the team from Yellowknife, skipped by Jamie Cooey, throwing the Redstones, record of 1-1 against Nova Scotia. Matt Manuel from the Halifax Curling Club. still looking for a first win, 0-2 coming in. And it is after that 3 to tie it at 7. Territories and Cooey with Last Rock playing the Redstone.
Careful, looks here.
Jamie's got an extremely straight arm when he kicks out on those peels, and a bit of a shoulder rotation there. So I think he might have slid close to the broom, but his shoulders were aiming tight. And when he shoved it, it was starting to go already.
Shots.
Top 8.
Same throw.
Third appearance for Sadrak.
Looks like more to me.
Right to it.
Starting to curl.
The Territories club champion, played in the
man.
Everest Club
Here,
Championship back in 18
Whoa.
in Miramichi.
Whoa, 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 whoa. It's just got a curl.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, T-line.
I don't mind that when it's a little higher would have been nice, but I don't mind when it's open like that, because if it's buried and the other team managed to somehow get around and tap it behind the tee line and they're buried, that's an in-off shot possible for Cooey if he has to.
Yeah, you like almost just get a quarter buried so they can't get under, and then you can use it.
Yeah,
A little higher in the house, like a top 8.
Yeah, that would have been the spot.
Curl.
Jeff Marr.
Curl.
Okay, good, Jeff.
And just unlocks it.
They're high.
Nice line on the center line guards. They're directly stacked on top of each other, just a little bit closer together than Nova Scotia wanted.
Whoa.
Worth it to take a run at this double.
Curl. Straight.
Close.
Whoa. Whoa.
Caught one, stuffed it, and will unlock everything.
Okay.
Still leaves the 2 centers up. Shot rock does belong to the Territories. Center line back 8.
2 guards though.
Hard part about taking a run at that double peel is you're pretty close to making it, but it's almost the worst way to miss it.
You feel so bad for the players, because that's what, 3/4 of an inch from perfect.
Yep.
Good. A little light.
Okay, you can go. Line's okay. Curl.
It's good. Ready. Gotta go.
Jeff Marr, a former under 18 Canadian champion.
T-line. T-line. Top 8.
Yeah,
not
just get some
T-line.
separation. This is a good shot. Come on.
Keep him moving.
Okay, it's not bad there, guys. It's not bad. It's fine, Jeff.
And not quite
Good call, Nick. Good
enough
job.
to be shot stone.
Ready in the hair high. You like the out? Hair low. Hair low. Whoa.
Cole Parsons.
Straight. Straight. Whoa. Whoa.
One more time, and
Good
they'll
play.
open it up.
Shot.
Roll that shooter over. Covers the 4-foot.
Nice.
High halfway.
$35, $40.
Luke Saunders.
Little bit of room. Okay. Line's good.
Curl.
Line's good. Curl a little.
Whoa.
Looks deep. Okay, curl. Curl.
Curl, you gotta line these.
Okay, whoa,
Hard,
whoa,
Jeff,
whoa.
curl. It
Whoa.
needs to be straight line.
A little angle, not much.
Good job, guys. Sweet.
Yep.
Just a lot deeper than they wanted it. Wanted about halfway.
This is Glenn Kennedy. His brother Mark
Whoa.
plays
Whoa.
with
Yep.
Brendan Boncher.
Whoa.
We'll see Mark tonight
Whoa.
as they play Ontario.
Whoa.
Remember,
Shooter,
8
shooter,
Eastern.
shooter.
And
Shooter,
we'll
shooter, shooter. Right,
get
right,
it
right.
and
Shot.
roll that shooter and spill them both.
Really nice.
Still have some rocks to work with for Team Nova Scotia. There's the high guard. When the double peel was made, the shooter didn't roll that far, so put a tight one right around it.
And would you want to be shot, go right back to the 4 foot? Or?
No, they're just looking for a guard right now.
Okay.
Okay, line's pretty good.
I assume that Jamie Cooey will just rip the high one, and then they can come around and sit probably full 4, maybe nibble the button.
Curl distance.
Yeah, it's not too far off center line.
You got a good one.
Nose the rings down a little bit.
Charge, little more, little more. Shot, Luke. Guys.
Good spot there.
Got any? I got about a third.
Oof.
Let's try it.
Wow.
They gonna like here?
Or normal?
Be on the small side
That's
of the
a
third.
big third. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Just a half-inch
One of those games where it looks easy.
I mean, the thing is, you run flash this, and you're killing your own at the back.
Right.
Play it cautious. Play it tight to the top one.
Clean.
Yep. Whoa.
Yep.
Glenn Kennedy.
Whoa.
Clean.
Yep.
Yep.
Hard.
Get that other one.
Oh, he's got it.
Well thrown. Beautiful throw.
So I was what, like there for you?
Good sweep, boys.
You just cut it in. We want to make sure we get this under.
Shoot, bud.
Yeah. I think you just take like a broom right now. Clean it.
No panic here. Really well thrown rock. Just gets by.
Yeah, same thing.
Let's see where it is, I guess, eh?
Is he going guard again?
He's trying to do that guard again.
Touch less ice.
So we'll try to get a little bit more curl here,
Okay.
so that
Yeah, I mean,
the
flip it top
peel on the
12,
tight
you're
one
not
isn't
staying, but you're
available.
overburied, but not ideal.
Could see Cooey change gears if this is buried.
Throw the draw.
Yeah, he might.
Little hit line's good.
A little bit of room, but line's good.
Line's good.
Where are you?
Line's good, guys. Might
Barry,
need to
this-
curl a little.
Line's good, Barry.
Line's good.
Curl.
Curl.
Curl. Distance. Curl.
Curl.
Curl. Keep going, Jeff.
Whoa.
Whoa. Okay, Matt.
Attempting to change
Yeah, it's
gears.
great. It's just overburied an inch. It's nice.
Shot, Matt.
Ready to go.
Is that a time if you want to take it, eh?
Sure. We're drawing. It's just where do you want us, right?
We go here.
What?
Couple options. You
Gotta be
could
where
you
you
could
kinda
kind of
wanna
go
curl,
in
I
there,
guess.
but you know that kind of leaves your other team can do that. You could maybe even go this type of thing. Don't go here because there's an in off that would allow Nova Scotia to be buried in front of the tee line. So maybe.
No sense ripping that.
What do you think of that, Joe?
No.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Or a little tighter to the center, maybe.
Look right here. Half open, right?
That's obviously a good
Like edge
spot.
on edge.
There's a
Very
risk, little
corners,
deep, little
pretty good.
high.
Yeah.
I don't think you even want to be fully buried.
I like that.
Wide open, it makes some sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mid-ish?
Min?
That looks good. Yeah, I just don't think you want to be like fully buried. Makes it tougher for us, right?
Yeah.
Just like a quarter buried.
You could peel too.
Yep.
Peel that high one, and the best Nova Scotia can do is kind of full 4 foot around their guard.
Yeah.
This has to be pretty precise. A little deep. That'll give a chance for Manuel to make a freeze if you're ever deep here. A little light that acts as a guard.
Okay, half 4 for this.
You may remember that was the great run by Jamie because he ended up playing his brother in the 3-4 game that year as well. Remember that? Yeah.
Bit of room.
Did a great run.
Room.
Top 8 for sure.
Room, guys.
Shad's rock. Shad's rock.
Where is it?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Just
Where
go
is
here
it?
then. Just go here. Just here.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa.
That's good, JK.
Okay. Wow.
I think that's a great spot.
Yeah, and the nice part about that is if the hit and roll is made, he just threw it.
Yeah. And the hit and roll has to be made.
time's been called.
Nice weight.
Just a little there. Yeah, cock. Yeah, okay. Let's go there, Luke. Cock.
Be a foot higher.
You got it, Matt. Yeah.
Throw this soft enough, you can get pretty close to the tee line.
Kim Kelly not coming out just to buy a little time to settle. In a 7-7 tie. Nova Scotia looking to win their first, but will have to steal it.
Just an inch more, Luke. Yeah.
Rolled it over and underneath. Four-time Nova Scotia junior champion, Matt Manuel.
Close. Okay. Close.
Out of Dalhousie University, where he won a U Sport silver medal. Now looking for the hit and roll underneath.
Yep, straight. Hard. Straight.
Can you roll this underneath? Can you get it underneath? Oh, how nice is that?
Beautiful shot. It's perfect because you can see enough to make Cooey think about it, but you've shrunk the scoring area as much as possible without leaving it open. Nice shot.
Yep, straight.
Back to Cooey's. If he had been a foot higher,
a little more range to work with, yeah.
So full four. He's thrown 11 draws. Jamie Cooey 93% on those draws. Full four is what he needs to go 2-1, first time since 2012. A year ago, just one win in London.
Easy.
Full four.
Mine's good. I got easy.
Glenn Kennedy's
Mine's good. I
in
think
the
it's
house.
there. All you guys.
Same path.
Cole Parsons,
Mine's really good. Mine's
Shadrach
good.
McLeod. Full four.
Line's good. T-line.
Easy.
All on its
Easy,
own now.
boys.
Full four is what he needs.
Easy.
Whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no.
Full four is what he needs. Where's this going to go? Stop at the back of the four for the win. Has had that draw weight the entire game to pick up the win in the extra, make the final 8-7. So as we say, first time since 2012, a 2-1 start for Cooey. And Nova Scotia winless now in 3. So top of the table in Pool B. There they are, McEwen, Sluchinski so far undefeated. Then you got a couple now at 2-1. Remembering again, just the top 3 will advance. If it was over right now in Pool A, Botcher, Crothers, and Bonneau from Thunder Bay would be your top teams. And that's where our focus will be tonight on Pool A. And it will be Scott Howard, Ontario, against Brendan Botcher. Botcher looking to win 3 straight. Pool A is what we're focusing on tonight. What an afternoon. What a big win for Saskatchewan. 3 straight. Handing a second loss to Kevin Cooey. We'll take a short break now. Just over 90 minutes before we join you again. From here in Regina, the Montana's Brier on Canada's sports leader. Magic Mike, TSN.